Streamlabs does not give a fuck. Intergeist. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Okay.
Hi.
I definitely remembered it was Saturday. It definitely wasn't Solana saying she'd be late that made me remember. I
Nice.
swear.
Want to know a fun fact?
Not particularly.
Multiclassing into cleric is horrible. Astoria is a death domain cleric, unknowingly, and she has so many fucking spells.
Yeah,
Like, hold on.
Armand has a single cantrip for some reason, and I didn't look up why. He just
She
fucking
knows.
has a cantrip.
Astoria knows Mage Hand, Ray of Cold, Minor Illusion, Firebolt, Toll the Dead, Prestidigation, Shocking Grasp, Sapping Sting. 8 cantrips.
I know Minor Illusion, because it said that I had the ability to learn a cantrip for some reason, and I wasn't
Oh, I'm
sure
not
why.
done yet.
And I did Minor Illusion, because I don't know, maybe that'll work for a rogue.
First level spells include Shield, Magic Missile, Mage Armor, Charm Person, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Cure Wounds, False Life, Ray of Sickness. 10 level 1 spells.
Jesus Christ.
Second level spells: Shatter, Scorching Ray, Mirror Image, Silence, Lesser Restoration, Blindness and Deafness, Ray of Enfeeblement. 6 second level spells. And then 3 third level spells: Fireball, Hypnotic Pattern, Counterspell. What the fuck? This is with a cleric, like, okay. Sorcerer spells come at, like, however, like, the game tells you, right? But cleric spells are your level plus your wisdom modifier, plus whatever your domain gives you. So you end up with, like, 18 new spells if you multiclass into cleric to, like, level 3. I only multiclassed into cleric to level 3. And I have all this shit. Like, hold on, am I even supposed to have, like, level 4 spells for Sorcerer? Let me look. Am I supposed to have, like... How many spells am I supposed to have? I already have too many. Okay. Where's the... there. 6th level Sorcerer. Okay. And I'm level 9 in total, but that's okay. Right? Did I do this right? Yeah, level 6 Sorcerer, level 3 Cleric. Okay. So for my Sorcerer, I shouldn't have 4th level spells yet. Okay. Whew, I can take a breather. Okay. I think my spell table is done. I'm a monster. Like, fucking Armand only knows Minor Illusion, and here's Astoria with 10 fucking
Well, I mean, to
first
be
level
fair,
spells.
he is a pure rogue, so...
Yeah.
It's not exactly supposed to... I didn't even know he was gonna have a spell at all.
I'll be back. I need to do
I need to figure out why. I think it's an elf thing, but...
I think it might be an elf thing.
Because there's no way it's classic. Oh yeah, I left Payday up. Oops.
You picked the thief archetype, so you can't be getting your cantrip from that, so I'm willing to bet it's because you're a fucking elf.
I think it is.
Ooh, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion. We just both cast Minor Illusion on the same guy.
It's not how Minor Illusion works, but...
I mean, you theoretically could.
So what...
Because you could do the visual illusion, and Astoria could do, like, an auditory illusion.
Yeah. Take
Both, like, targeted at the same person.
Take an awful lot of coordination, though.
Yeah, I'd need coordination that Armand probably won't participate in.
Oh yeah, no, you'll get halfway through your illusion, Armand's just gonna smirk at you. Just be like, fucking nah, man.
He's just like, hey, what's under that hood? Let me check real quick.
Yeah, that's what he uses the illusion for, a gust of wind to fucking blow your head down.
It's like, yeah, I did my auditory illusion of a guard saying, hey, come in here. And it's like meant to be in front of him, the guard illusion, but no, and instead it's just, hey, come in here from nowhere, and you just blow my fucking hood off.
Alright, sorry, Elliot, so, for the rest of the stream, I like how you address me by my fucking channel name in the chat message, but...
I do?
No, fucking Arcadia was on the stream and was just like, it told me that he's at Jack's house, so he can't be in the stream.
Right.
So, which is unfortunate, because I do plan for them to leave the Western. Spoilers for the stream. Oops. But,
spoilers,
oops.
Arcadia.
But yeah, I do plan for them to leave the Western.
Right. You told me all this. You told me what's
yeah,
gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm currently finishing up putting some stuff together last minute, because
Gotcha.
I
So
totally forgot that it was Saturday.
So what was the heads up from me?
Oh no, that was the heads up for the stream.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm streaming.
No way, bro. Yeah, I have too many fucking spell slots. Holy shit. It's nauseating how much spells Astoria can cast at level 9. Physically sickening. You know the second she hits level 5, she's animating dead, right?
Jesus.
She's a Death Domain cleric, unknowingly. And so, like, she's gonna be like, oh, hold on, let me heal you. And just a fucking skeleton in the background's gonna come up and be like, hi, I'm Dale from Middle Management. Where's human resources?
Just the skeleton raises and it's like, oh, don't worry, it's not that scary. I'm the taxes guy!
Ah!
You're late
he's
for
like,
taxes.
He's like, I'm Dale from Middle Management. Where is your work credentials?
I am Dave from accounting. Your taxes are a minute late.
I'm going to have to bring you up to human resources.
No!
Astoria, clearly traumatized that she can raise dead, something her normally life domain cleric, like, people told her that was an abomination and she should never do. The skeleton she summoned, do you have a 401k?
If so, what plan of it?
How is your health care?
This is a really weird pre-stream.
It's like, oh, hey, my family is a bunch of life domain clerics, and they were murdered and transformed into monsters by this horrible plague, and now I can animate dead, something they told me never to do. That was heretical and whatnot. And then zombies in the background just, I
Allow
finished
us
the
to introduce
spreadsheets.
ourselves. Unleash the spreadsheets.
I finished the spreadsheets you asked for. Now I just want to make, like, a lich in my campaign, but instead of, like, summoning for an undead army, he's summoning for an undead human resources. A much slower and torturous way for humans to perish.
Yeah.
He's like, what could I use to make the humans suffer as much as humanly possible? Accounting firms? Is that really what they hate?
That's just the next boss fight of the Phantom.
He's just like behind a bank teller window and he's like, so everybody, I'm the Phantom, welcome to accounting. You
Welcome
wouldn't
to
happen to have
Accounting 101. I'm going to teach you how to ruin people's lives.
I'm going to teach you how to ruin people's lives and invest in the stock market somewhat smartly.
How to ruin people's lives, one spreadsheet at a time.
No! Oh, don't
Not
mind that picture of Fuchs.
spreadsheets.
Don't mind that picture of Fuchs I have in there. That's, savoring the good times. It's just
for
him getting
personal
eaten by the
reasons.
wire. It's just him getting eaten by the
Yeah.
wire
It's
wolves.
like a painting. It's like a mural on the wall.
It's like, no, it's like a dramatic artwork of it. You know those, like,
Yeah.
really dramatic church paintings?
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
that.
He's
just like,
he's
oh,
literally got
don't-
a rug of Fuchs.
A fucking rug.
It's a welcome mat.
Don't mind that. He makes for wonderful decoration.
Yeah. He's got like a busted ass crossbow mounted on the fucking wall.
Oh, do you like what I did with it?
It's like he tried to fix it. It was in like 100,000 pieces, and they're just very sloppily taped together.
No, it's just like he had to go to like my campaign and be like, "Hey, Mr. Mask Guy, can I have that broken crossbow?" And he's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Don't worry about it.
Fine, take it. He is never getting it back anyways. DM's orders.
Oh, trust me, it is the DM's order.
I see. I'm going to go back to planning, the world swallowing. My masters aren't very pleased with me. I love how we've been talking and I've just been interior decorating my room.
Not even in real life.
No, it's
I have
it's been in real
digitally
life.
recreated it in 3D software.
That sounds like something Nick would do.
Yeah. It really does, actually.
I've spent all this time redecorating my room. Wow, that's great, Nick. Oh, not in real life. What? Yeah, I did it in this, home decorating simulator. You can make trains in it. Hate push pins. Fuck it. Good enough. So, when's Triss gonna step on someone?
Today.
Actually?
I mean, maybe not literally step on someone, but...
Damn it. Listen, if you want people to... You need fan service, is what I'm saying. You need something to tempt them.
Hey, it's not my fair the bard has actually controllable libido.
Are you kidding me? Your bard isn't horny?
Not really.
Who's horny in your party?
No one, really. I mean, to
What?
be fair, Arcadia and, I think Arcadia and the bard are both, like, 2 for 2 in terms of bedded people. And, to be fair, the bard did get those 2 at the same time.
Fuck.
And they're all women.
Right.
No men have been involved.
So you just have a big party of gays?
Apparently.
Well then. Astoria knows Charm Person, but don't expect her to ever
Yeah.
use it. It's just like, hey Astoria, why don't you Charm Person? I really don't want to. I don't know what happens when you cast Charm Person on someone, and I don't want to find out. Especially not with this elf around. He'd probably jump right in front of the spell. That's an Armand moment. Jump in front of Charm Person.
Yeah.
Just jump in front of Charm Person just to.
No, he's the kind of character who's gonna be like, wait, you didn't use Charm Person on me?
I used Inflict Wounds.
Oh. That's why my dick is in severe pain and bleeding.
Ah! What do you mean? Why would I use Charm Person? I cast, like... She, like, casted, like, Animate... or, no, she cast Turn Undead. I cast Turn Undead! Oh, that's why my flesh is rotting. What do you mean this isn't normal, City Guard? What do you mean the flesh rotting off me as we speak isn't normal, Mr. City Guard Patrolsman? I'm the rogue here. I think I know what's normal. Sir, you're gonna have to come with us. You're discriminating against undead! God, and I'm just remembering Triss is also in Nick's campaign.
Yeah.
Oh no. Please, you don't understand. Astoria's already being bullied. She can't take any more. She's gonna be bullied in 2 universes now. This is horrible. Why would you do this to her? I'm gonna go take these fucking thumbtacks back downstairs. Back downstairs! Ha!
Back downstairs with you.
Oh, come on. Who would be running an underground slavery business in the middle of the desert at 3 a.m., Triss? Oh boy, 3 a.m.? What a perfect time to go to my underground dark elf slavery business. I wonder what they'd be mining, though. Are they just mining, like, precious gems or whatever?
It's kind of, they're not really mining for anything like super specifically, but I mean, you know, you gotta get the tunnels first before you can get the other shit.
Fucking Triss. What a gay woman. I bet she likes pussy. Yeah. I hate Triss. All my homies hate Triss. Delicioso. Who's this?
It is Jeff.
Yef?
Yef? It is the Yef.
Yeah?
Name change to Yef.
I laughed at that, son of a bitch.
The Yef?
Yef.
Oh my, what's all this pinned music? Hello, since I'm the ghost, I get to see all of Chase's shit.
If you go way back into, I think, DM dice rolling, there's a bit where I rolled really low a couple times and then just said, fuck you, stream, it's my campaign.
Hold on. Where?
I don't know
can
where it
search
is,
that.
but it should be pretty far out. But it was just like, I don't remember what it was for even, but it was like, I was rolling for something. Oh,
Did you like type it in?
I think it was in the Soda fight, when she first disappeared and first attacked Jeff.
Where?
She rolled
Hold on.
really low for her for two stabs in the back, and then I was just like, "Fuck you, stream! It's my campaign," and then just had her roll damage.
Hold on. Just rolling character and/or appearances, bot chat. Fuck. Hold on. I need to. It's my campaign. That's nowhere. There's nothing like that.
What? I don't know if it was in DM dice rolling or other.
No,
shit.
like I'm using the Discord search thing, which searches like everything for phrases and shit, and yeah, there's nothing.
Huh. Strange.
I see you have good taste in music too, with that track.
Fuck off.
No, that's a completely serious thing. I'm not being sarcastic. It's good music. But the one right above it, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm ashamed that I'm using it, but it's like what it is by itself, detached from what it's already attached to.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared.
You should be, but you don't need to know why.
I know why.
Oh yeah, he knows. But
Oh, I know.
shut up, stream. It's not fear mongering if I'm the good guy.
It's not fear mongering if I'm God.
It's not fear mongering if they signed the contract to do this. I mean, what? There's no contract. I swear, stream.
The Phantom. It's not fear mongering if I made them afraid.
It's not cheating if I can use the queen to get a bypass. I mean, hell, if it was cheating, I'd be dead because that's how the contracts work.
Yeah, and I'm no cheater. Why would I, the Phantom, cheat?
Of all the people who would.
Don't ask those people who have caught me numerous times cheating. It's nothing.
Don't ask my gambling group, but
Don't ask my gambling group anything, to be honest. I tell them a lot of things. Like my name, personal details, weaknesses, my social security number, where I live. You know, I say a lot of those things to those guys, and I don't think they're the most trustworthy people.
That's why I've cheated them out of their money every time we've played together. Absolutely every time, even the first time.
I don't know why they keep me around.
Yeah. Only 7 of them have caught on, out of the 6.
Who's the 7th?
Wait.
Dead. We used to have 10, but you know, the other 3 decided to confront me.
Mr. Phantom, I think you'd like a man named John Doe. I think you'd like a man named John Doe. You two seem like very nice matches. I'm gonna go throw my sandwich away. And grab a sody pop. Ghostface mains, rise up.
Georst.
Gehortz-faced mains, rise up.
Sorry, Scott.
I love how Chase hasn't used Roll20 for anything in his campaign, meaning he's probably missed so many times he could AOP people.
Not really, actually.
Eight feet.
Several feet.
Huh?
Several feet.
I am going to move 2 feet to the left. You will be AOP'd. I am no longer going to move 2 feet to the left. I should really stop telling people that they're gonna be AOP'd when they're gonna be AOP'd and just let it happen.
Yeah.
And they can't take it back, so. Also, Guiding Bolt. That's a 9, but it's like 4d6 for a level 1 spell, so it's like fucking 24 radiant damage on max roll, Jesus Christ. Oh, by the way, Chase. I probably should have told you this before you made your new character, but if you really wanted to fuck over Luis's campaign, you could have made a Pact of the Undying Warlock. Because the Pact of the Undying Warlock cannot be attacked by undead creatures.
Wow.
Just literally cannot be attacked by undying creatures.
When it gets dark.
So it's just... fuck you. Delicious. Megalovania Crab Rave metal cover.
That's the point we're in on the internet. We're making covers of covers. of genre craze. You changed covers.
Yeah, I don't approve.
Internet 100.
I truly do not approve. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna sip on my cherry Dr. Pepper and say that's bad. America is a third world country. Da-da-da-da. Down, down, down. Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you want to be? I just don't get it. What do you mean? Why would you say that to me? I'm just asking you some simple questions.
I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you want to be? I just don't get it. Delicious. Gay people. God, I can't believe Cora and Nick and Arcadia are going to be late. Yef, you're the only good player here.
I know, right?
Yef. Yef.
Yef.
Yef. Oh. Imagine if Freddy was in Smash as a Mii costume. He's literally a fucking costume. Please, no more Megalovania. I'm begging you. I hear it in my dreams.
I hear it in my sleep. I need to segment my fucking pinned a little bit better, but fuck it. It's already so
Chase.
disassembled. What?
I'm in pinned music.
Yeah, I'm gonna put more in just to piss you off.
Why are you like this?
There it is. That's the one I was looking for that took fucking forever to find because I'm fucking stupid and forgot the title of the base stuff.
Is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it.
This man's is losing it.
Huh?
Man's is fucking losing it.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it.
How to inflict pain 101.
Did you like my guide to healing as a cleric in a D&D shit posting? Step 1, pick death domain. Step 2, channel turn undead on another PC. Step 3, cast inflict wounds. Congratulations, you've successfully healed another party member, and the only downside is they're now fucking undead. I mean, you did 3d10 in healing, though.
Rhombus. Okay.
Rhombus.
Rhombus.
The only good thing about bees is that they're fuzzy.
Shut up. Never
True,
speak
though.
again.
That's like the only good thing about bees. Like, the literal single thing that is good about bees is that they're fuzzy. Like, if bee girls were real, they'd have like neck fuzz, like those like the moth girls do, and you could just like nuzzle into that. Oh, that'd be heaven.
Hopefully he doesn't join in the middle of me saying this, but you know my one problem with Nick is, at least talking
What?
to him on Discord all the time, he's constantly like using other like text and fonts and fucking yeah.
Like it, like in its custom status.
Okay. Okay.
You mean like in his custom status?
Yeah, and his custom status all the time. Sometimes he'll get like the fucking Roboto font and then like put it in like the I forget. I don't know if it's like actually a Discord filter, like how you can do like the asterisks to bold and italicize them. But,
Oh,
like,
you
the-
mean those are Discord fonts,
Like
bolding
the
and
other-
italicizing, I believe.
Yeah, but he uses like some other ones. He uses some that like boxes it in all the time, and I'm just like, fucking.
Oh, the boxing in is also a Discord thing.
Yeah,
See,
I'm so,
I just
like-
typed it.
I'm like, just fucking. You're trying
Do
to-
normal words.
You're trying to convince me that you're feeling awful, and yet you're going through the trouble to enhance your fucking woe. I'm just like,
You're enhancing your sadness by.
if you are
putting it
having
in
a Megalovania bad time, don't go through the trouble to enhance your telling of that to me.
My thought process of that is just, oh, you're so sad that you managed to look up Calibri 33-point font and put your sadness into that,
Yeah.
bro.
Like, bro, you went to textmediagenerator.com and fucking corrupt fonted your shit. Wow, it took you an extra 10 minutes to tell me you're feeling sad. I believe that now. That
I can't
convinces me
believe
that
you
you're
went to
sad.
Zalgo text generator just to type I'm sad.
Yeah. This is 10 times more convincing, the fact that you took more time to tell me this. I mean,
Dang. Dang, the name of that spell is in Zalgo text. It must be really powerful. That's why it does, like, what was the damage? 284 damage to us?
because I mean, like, I use like the italics and bold italics a lot, but I mean,
I
don't really
do
use
that
it
at the
this
bare
much.
minimum, yeah.
Because, I mean, when you go through a lot more, it just gets obnoxious. Because the bold and italicized, one, it helps translate how you're saying it, so sometimes you don't have to use the punctuation if you're like, so what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, by the way, Chase,
Yeah,
you know how Story is going to be a paladin, or not a paladin, a cleric, right?
sure.
Clerics can have this thing called divine intervention at a certain level. Meaning, if you roll below your level on a D100, a god will come down and be like, "Hey, oh, I can help out." And so, for Louis' campaign, I was like, "Hey, can you like add another D100 to see which god helps out?" And so, like, there's an off chance I'll like summon one of the main villains, and it'll have to be like, "Hey, can you help out?"
It's in his own boss fight as well.
Yeah, like
It's a face-off.
I like call upon. No, I just call that fucking
would be
demon lady
fucking
back. Like
amazing.
we have to go through like something stealthily, and I like summon the demon lady, and I'm like, can you help us?
The god's just like, fucking no. Just dips.
No, because one of the rules is they have to help,
That's
but
so dumb.
it's the DM's discretion how they help.
They help by killing the party and therefore getting the mission done in a way faster.
TPK, TPK.
Can't lose the mission if you die.
I think that is losing the mission.
No.
What if I like call down like the god of gods, the one who overrules everything, just to be like, "Hey, can you like pass me that coffee from over
Yes.
there?"
So I hate like overruling I hate when I have to like overroll a roll. Like when Louis like overruled my sleight of hand, I was what the fuck, man. I'm not even doing something that weird, and it wasn't even.
I mean, in some
like
cases,
if it's something
you...
that's like where it's like, oh yeah, that doesn't it doesn't make sense to do, and it major like he's trying to get story across, then yeah, that makes sense to me. But when it's for like dumb shit or stuff that isn't too important, and then like I don't think I've really overruled that many rolls.
I don't think I've overruled any. Have I? I don't think I have.
Because I usually try to be, I mean what I told Jack when he stole the dagger from Beatrice, like I was like, didn't he roll like a nat on it, like a nat 20, or was it just like his mod like put it?
It was something like that.
I want to say he rolled a nat 20, and I was just like, well, fuck.
Shit.
His weighted dice speaks. I mean. Not much you can do about that.
Peace.
Nah, but like even if you like rolled what it would have been a 19, I probably would have been like, no, she just fucking stabs you in the throat as you try to grab it. But
Damn. Damn, I'm dead. Ah.
yeah, well, shit, I have died now.
Also, I love how, like, we didn't even know, like, the big skeleton colossus was at, like, low health, and my ghost just, like,
Yeah.
slaps it in the shin and it fucking dies.
Alright, we'll delay this to 8 o'clock, because they said that, they said both, like, 20-30 minutes, so they should be on around 8. You know what's really weird? So I
What?
finally ditched my phone case. I've had it for like a couple of years, and I fucking hated it. Like, even like after like the first week I got it, I hated it because like the stand broke. The case was like otherwise it was fine, but the stand was broken. I hated that it was 2 pieces. After a while, it got busted, so it was really hard to turn the volume or not volume, the power button. It was really hard to click it. I mean, it did a damn well good job of protecting the phone. Like, I mean, one, I'm not an idiot with it, and I think the case only has like one scratch in it, and a small one at that. But we haven't gotten a new case yet, and I haven't really even bothered to ask for one yet because I'm poor.
Right.
And I fucking hate using my phone without a case. One, I mean, like I'm used to holding it.
Yeah,
in a
because
case,
it
so I'm
feels
used to-
uncomfortable. Yeah. I know what you mean.
And then that's just because my phone, I don't know if it's specifically my phone, but it's so fucking slippy. I don't know if it's just like I'm so used to holding it in the case, and the case is pretty bulky, so it made it bigger.
Yeah.
And as well as thicker. My phone's actually rather thin, and I don't like that.
Thick.
But it's like, yeah, I hate keeping it without. I hate not having a case for it, because like, I have dropped it outside. I think I've probably caught up the amount of times I have genuinely dropped my phone since I've taken the case off. From like the 2-3 years I've been using the case, I think I've already caught up to how many times I've genuinely dropped it.
To prove a point once, I threw my phone into like cement ground and it didn't break because my case was so fucking good. And my
Yeah,
friends
no,
were like, "What
I'm
the
always-
fuck?"
I'm always like, how the fuck do people break your phones? I'm
Yeah,
not even that
I was
careful
literally
with
like,
it.
how the fuck do you break your phone? Watch, and I like
Yeah.
chucked it into the ground as hard as I
And I'm like-
could. And I picked it up, and my case like saved it. It wasn't even a scratch. And I was like, how the fuck do you break your phone? Just get a case.
I think I've had this phone for I think 4 or 5 years.
My friend dropped his phone on fucking grass, and the screen shattered.
But like I've had
What?
this. I've had this phone for like 4 or 5 years. I've had the case a little bit less. Or I might have actually had it like the whole time. I don't actually remember. But like this thing is like fucking clean. It has no scratches on it. It's got no hardware problems except that time it probably got a virus from hentai servers, but whatever.
I am
But,
anti-touching people. Don't touch me.
But like, nah, this thing is like fucking fine, dude. And then like, I see people who are like, oh yeah, I got like my phone last week, and then I look at their phone and it's like they fucking just took like
Yeah,
a
it's
fucking
like
5
fucking
pound mountain. It's like,
shattered.
bah, 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 bah,
It's
bah,
like
bah.
straight fucking shattered,
Yeah,
and
no.
it's like, why? How?
I just imagine
How?
like they go to
How?
like the Apple store, they get their phone and like, oh thanks, and just chuck it on the ground
Yeah.
face
Oh,
first,
thanks.
and then it's like,
Hold on. Oh, thanks. Hold
Yeah.
on. Do you think you can like smash it with a fucking hammer for me?
Have you seen have you seen the original Texas Chainsaw?
Bomb.
No, they're just like, have you seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? You know when Leatherface first shows up and hits that one guy with the... Can you do that with my phone, as the phone is, like, the thing he hits with the mallet?
Well, of course I can. Like,
Thank-
what? Who do you think we are? The Apple Store?
No, but I'm, like,
Bong, bong,
I'm
bong.
not even, like, generally careful with it. Especially now, like... I saw a funny meme where it's like, you get the phone, you get, like, the phone for, like, the first couple weeks, and you're super careful with it and treat it like a baby. A couple months down the line, you chuck it at the door to close it. It's literally how it goes. But it's like, I'm not even careful with this, and that's kind of why I've dropped it so many times, because I've forgotten that it's in a case and that it's way slippier. So I've just
Hey,
been like,
Jax,
yeah?
do you wanna know something funny about wild magic sorcery?
What?
If you roll like a 7 or 8 when you do a wild magic surge, you can just cast fireball on yourself and everyone
No.
around you. You just fucking explode.
But yeah,
let's
it
see,
fucking
if
bothers
you-
me how
oh.
people can, like, break phones. It's like,
If you get a 19 or 20, you cast grease centered on yourself. Hold on. 17 or 18, you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains on you until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face. Let's see. For the next minute, all your that's dumb.
because
You
the beard
teleport
one
up to
wasn't. That one was just so intelligent.
Roll a d10. Your age changes by a number of years equal to that roll. If the roll is odd, you get younger. If the roll is even, you get older.
Oh yeah, you guys. I don't think I told you guys, but I gave Cora, when she was like when she was talking with the mage, she got his robes, and the robes make you they make you age. They make you age like 1 day per 1,000 years. I think it was.
Oh boy.
So, and like now since she's using the duster cloak, I was like, you feel like the world start moving. And it's like you're really disoriented, and you can
I
literally
remember
feel
that.
your body start to wilt, and you're just like, ugh.
If you roll a 40 or 41 or 42, you turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn.
Yeah, no, because Zirdan is such a cunt. You literally let me roll a D100, and from 1 being I kill myself to 100 just instantly killing the mob.
Let's
And
see
so far,
here.
I think I've hit 3 things with Vicious Mockery because my DC is so fucking sad.
Yeah, how is your DC this sad?
I don't know, man.
If you roll a 49 or a 50, you cannot speak for the next minute. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth. 53 or 54, you're immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next 5d6 days. Hold on, I have 5d6 right here. Let's see how long I would be immune to alcohol for were this to happen to me. I have 5d6. I would be immune to alcohol for 5, 11, 14. I would be immune to alcohol for 20 fucking days.
Those are rookie numbers. You need to pump this up.
If you roll a 55 or 56, your hair falls out and grows back within 24 hours. If you roll a 57 or 58, for the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame. 61 to 62, for the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
Imagine that in stealth.
Let's see.
This guy.
Come
Twitter.
on,
I don't
come on.
know
There
what's
has
so
to be there has to be something. Oh, you can cast levitate on yourself.
So this Reddit meme, it's a guy on Twitter who's like, I don't know what's so sad about the Mars rover dying. I'm gonna die cold and alone too. And then a comment is just, difference is the Mars rover contributed to society, and below it is just, stop, he's already dead.
Oh, if
love
you roll a
those
93 or
templates.
94, your size increases by 1 size category for the next minute.
Imagine going from small to smaller.
Imagine going from medium to fucking large, just in a second. Wild magic is weird and dumb, and I hate it.
I'm not a gynecologist, but I know a cunt when I see one. I'll take your entire stock.
I might give Zirdan a cloak that allows him to use wild magic.
That sounds
So
like a
just
fantastic idea.
so he can, like, I don't know, turn into a fucking sheep or something.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I didn't know it was that good.
Zirdan turning into a sheep.
Apparently someone threw shit around the room. It's like, it's an outrage. How could you give him something so powerful?
It's an outrage, I say.
Snakes use venom to kill prey. Humans use venom to create anti-venom. Snakes. Excuse me, what the fuck?
Beatrice covered in blood head to toe. Literally everyone, hey, could you maybe take a bath?
No.
You're smelling weird.
Bath? Question mark? Inform
what
me
is
of
this
thing
bath
that is
thing
beneath
you
me.
say? I'm a warlock. I don't need baths.
Trust me, give me one fireball and it'll be burned off. Bang.
Oh, by the way, shadow sorcerers start with quirks, right? And, one of the quirks is you blinked once last week. And then there's, you have trouble remembering that living creatures and corpses should be treated differently.
Has literally one thing and it's fucking disgusting. It's diamond armor crafted with elytra.
Oh, and then there's your heart beats once per minute. This event sometimes surprises you.
You roll a d10. If it's below a 5, it surprises you.
You just hear ba-bump. Oh. Sorry, my heart did that thing again.
I wanna ask Nick if I can have like a trait later on, like when she becomes more devoted to her god, that eventually just like her heartbeat becomes so slowed that occasionally it just like pains her as she feels the blood course through her fucking veins, and she's just like, "Ow, motherfuck."
Astoria, what happened? My heart beat.
Yeah, that is the fucking edgiest thing I've ever heard.
Personally, I like you blinked once last week better, cause it's like you haven't blinked since you came here. Are you okay?
No.
Just my eyes. They're like red. They're like
are
red,
pure
full
blood
of like. They're like blood red, full of debris. My eyes.
I have never felt such sustained pain.
My patron doesn't allow me to blink more than once a month. I just imagine Triss is just like my patron, just decided that I'm not allowed to blink. So, I guess this is happening.
It do be like that, man.
Triss's patron is just like unnaturally mean to her. Even though she's like supposed to be its envoy, it's like, you can only blink once per month now. Goodbye. You know that heart thing you have?
No.
Not beating anymore.
I didn't know it was beating in the first place.
Jesus. You can stop with this edgy bitch shit, okay?
Woman sues 12-year-old cyclist because her car got scratched when she hit him. Karen 100.
Damn. Oh, elemental weapon. Hell yeah.
I've said it a couple times, or I've quoted it a couple times, but I do believe that there are some people in this world that are only alive because it is legal to kill them.
Yeah. Yeah. Triss, can you please take a bath? We're begging you.
Only if you're in it, wink wonk.
I'm not going to bathe with you.
You're lost, bitch.
I found out like 5 minutes ago that my disease makes me a death domain cleric and not a life domain. I'm pretty scarred right now. I don't want to even talk to people.
Don't worry, scars never heal.
Thank you, Beatrice. Your input is ever helpful. Don't you
you'll
have to
bleed
like
out
talk to
before
your
you-
god and lose another limb or something?
No, that's next week.
Ugh. I can't wait for you to lose feeling in your left leg. That way we can leave you behind.
Because my right leg doesn't work.
He already took that one.
Yeah. Joke's on you. She already took the left one. I mean, she took only the ankle. I can feel the foot and the shin, but not the ankle. It is the strangest feeling you will ever feel.
Do you know what it's like to only feel like the useless parts of your foot?
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, the rest of the ankle is like the only good part.
The only part of my foot that I can feel is the part that never touches the ground.
Oh no.
How the hell am I supposed to know when I've completed a step?
How am I supposed to know when my leg is over something or if it's not over something?
Do you know
I just
how
want your
hard it is
patron
to
to be,
find
like,
the
really
bathroom
evil?
at night?
I just imagine your patron is like really evil to like everyone else, but to like his or her envoys, they're just like, I'm gonna be petty as fuck to you. I'm just gonna be petty.
I am gonna have a couple times where my patron just has Beatrice do something just to piss her and the whole party off.
Astoria is just, why would you do that?
My god.
My god, why do you have to be such a whiny
Hey,
bitch?
Astoria. My god wanted to tell you that she did fuck your god over a table one time.
I don't
he
have
liked
a
it.
god anymore.
Right, I forgot, because she also slit his throat 3 minutes after. Both my PCs that are running in the party at the same time as Astoria are just gonna be unnaturally playful and also kind of mean at the same time to her. Armand is just playful. He's just a dick when he's being playful.
Yeah.
Beatrice is just a bitch.
Astoria is just like, I don't even have a god anymore.
Because I fucking ate it.
For the last time, Triss, I am not worshipping your death god.
Why not?
I will not worship something so destructive and evil.
Yeah, because your god of light would ever be able to stop her.
Shut your mouth.
It's
Astoria is
stupid.
very troubled by the fact that all her life domain cleric spells have been converted to death domain cleric spells by her affliction. And she's struggling to like worship her normal god, and just ever so occasionally like Triss's god starts talking to her.
Yeah.
It's just like she's just like praying, and then it's just, hey kid, you want blood on you?
Hello there. The god is like that amount though, that like she'll play the sound but it's slightly behind and to the left of you so you don't realize it's in your head. And it's
Who are
always
you?
constantly
You're not my
behind you.
god. She's just like, you're not my god.
Yeah, no. Fucking Triss just has such, like, every time you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I have my god of light, she's just gonna be like, you realize darkness can exist without light, but light can't exist without darkness.
For the last
Therefore,
time, I've told
it
you
is
that,
redundant to believe that your light can beat me.
Triss, I am struggling very hard to even talk to my god of light right now. I don't need you rubbing it in.
I'll rub it in another context if you like.
I will not do that with you.
It's like both my PCs have just really fucking on the nose sexual tension with her all the time.
Like the two PCs in my other campaign just want to fucking rip Astoria's clothes off, and now here's fucking Triss just like, yeah, she'll crumble eventually.
What did I miss?
Oh, we're talking about how fucked the character interaction between Elliot's and my character is gonna be in your campaign.
Like, Triss will be like,
They're
yeah,
basically
she'll-
polar opposites. So they'll
Triss
either
is
get
probably
along
just
quite
like-
well, or they will get along not at all.
Triss is probably just gonna be like, she'll crumble one day, and when she does, I have the rope prepared.
I'll have the pink fur cuffs ready.
I hate every single one of you.
Who the fuck added me in the Silver Moon suite? fuck off. Oh, I'll rub it in another context. Be like, it do be like that. No, it don't. Just because it be like it be doesn't mean it do. Spaceman.
What?
Black spaceman.
What?
Black science guy.
Black science guy.
Yeah. Just because it be like it be doesn't mean it do. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are we ready to start our session an hour late?
Yes.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's fine. No, don't worry. I'll let you guys know. I did totally forget that it was Saturday today, but I still had stuff planned, but I just totally forgot that it was Saturday. So some stuff I kind of had to really quickly finish up. So some of the ties might be a little bit loose, but you know, I've been running this shit off the fucking heel of my boot for since session 1. So you know, can't fuck it up from here. Or can't fuck it up worse than here. We already are. Right, so last time we left off, you guys were in the Western, you guys got slaved, that was fun. You guys returned to town, and were waiting for Beatrice to show up at her office after discovering that the mayor is in on the gang's deal. And as you guys were waiting for Triss, you guys saw the threatening presence of Macmillan begin to work his way. He is just now inside of he's just now in your guys' sight, walking towards the dust.
Uh-oh.
And that is where we left it last time. I will get the ambience rolling.
Oh
Yes.
boy, I can't wait to see.
At the most convenient time, I have to go again.
Lamau, cool.
That's
Cora,
cool.
why?
When you have to Lamau on the haters.
When you have to
Okay.
Lamau in general.
I'll be back as soon as I can, guys.
Megalovania playing. Megalovania start.
This is Megalovania, yes.
It's not, but
I know it's not.
Just be there. Like always, because he's Elliot.
Oh, I'll mute myself. Sorry.
so yeah, Macmillan is continuing his march. He never stopped, and is just walking towards the dust.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
Does he see us?
Maybe, maybe not. He is simply marching directly for the dust.
Are we hidden anywhere?
You guys are hiding, I think in the inn it was. You guys are just, kind of on the deck, on the outside of it, so you're not very hidden.
Yeah, let's go in and maybe to our rooms.
I might go on the roof. There's a way to get on the roof. I can climb, so... Yeah, I can climb up the walls.
Just so you know, from what you guys are able to see from the inn, which is, I think we said it was 2 stories. There's only really the front entrance to leave. So, I mean, unless you want to jump off two stories, there's not really any other way out. Just letting you guys know that beforehand.
Do you want to just hide, and if he comes in, then we can either fight him or do something else?
Yeah, we could have... I'll do that.
Alright, so you guys are hiding. Are you guys going to your separate rooms, or going to one person's room together?
One room.
How you guys
We
doing?
should probably go to the same room.
Alright. As you guys get to the closest room to you guys, which is, we'll say, Lars's room, you two make a stealth check with advantage, since you have time.
Ah, this is fun.
Stealth. Okay, that's a 13.
I got a 15.
Okay. It was a 14, Jeff, you said?
13.
Ah. Alright. Close enough. Whatever. Lars and Jeff, you both find rather decent spots that you can get a okay view of the door. I'll roll for Cora. I should know what her mod is since I'm the DM, but I don't, so I'll give her +3. That sounds probably not reasonable.
Oh, oh.
Nailed it. That's why you don't have your DM roll for you. But, so it was a nat 1 and a 3. Feels bad. So Cora is in kind of a bit of a panic, and kind of knocks some stuff over, and is able to get herself, we'll say, under the bed. After a couple of minutes pass, you guys eventually do hear a bit of a distant but definitely growing getting closer to you guys' door.
Do you want to just be prepared to fight?
Yeah. But I'm gonna stay very, very, very.
After a
Is
few
there a
minutes.
spot,
Go ahead.
like, have my bow ready?
Okay. As the footsteps get to what you guys can infer is the front of the door, they pause for a moment, and you just hear through the door, you just hear the of Macmillan's mask. If I go to the right channel. You hear the doorknob start to twist, and the door opens. Lars and Jeff, due to your hiding spots, you are able to get a decent view. You're able to see just about from like maybe halfway up his belly to the like start of his ribs. You're able to see about that much of him from where you're looking through in your hiding spots. You guys are able to see that he definitely still has his cleaver in hand, and takes a couple steps into the room. After a few moments, he walks over to the bed, slams his cleaver down onto the blankets, and slides them off to see no one in bed, and begins to walk out of the room. You don't hear him close the door, but you hear him go into the room just next to it, which is Jeff's room.
Let's just stay.
Yeah, no noises. Stay silent.
Okay. You guys hear him take basically the same patrol in all of the rooms. You hear the fuck of every time he sinks his cleaver into the beds. And by the time he does this in Cora's room, you hear the cleaver slunk out through the mattress. But this time he's taking a more careful look through the things. You hear him shake down drawers. You hear him move over bookshelves. And he is now searching much more thoroughly in these rooms as he makes his way to Jeff's room, or makes his way back to Jeff's room.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna very quietly get out and then signal to everyone.
You're gonna what now? Sorry?
I'm gonna signal to everyone to run.
Run?
Yes.
Yep.
And
That's what I would.
I'm just gonna pick up Cora and I'm gonna throw the door open and start sprinting.
Alright, So Lars, make a roll a flat d20.
Oh god. 13.
14.
13.
As you seize Cora's hand and you rip her out from under the bed, you two and Jeff follow behind out of the door. But unfortunately, your tail thunks over a glass as you pass over the bedside desk. And you hear instantly Macmillan begins to stop searching what he's searching, and happens to walk out of his room to see you guys sprint past to the stairway.
Well, then we need to keep going. Go to the city center. Full speed.
You guys are able to get there rather quickly. Just as you guys turn around in the middle of the streets, you see Macmillan walk out of the inn.
Jeff, become an eagle. We need to get out of here.
Yep. Imagine.
And just get on his back and we go. Get out. No plank.
As you turn into the eagle, you notice one of the townsfolk kind of stops Macmillan, and you're able to, Lars, sorry, with your tabaxi hearing, you're able to hear the townsfolk ask them, like, "Hey, you trying to catch those guys?" Macmillan simply slides the cleaver between the two of them and just slides the person out of his way and begins to march.
Well, we should be in the air by now. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
So we are gone. We are leaving. Do we know which direction we came from to leave desert dust and go to the where we're supposed to be?
Actually, you have no idea where you are. You don't really know where the dust is in the desert, or which way is the way home, or at least back towards Beleda and Luna.
In that case, I highly recommend we just sort of go up and hold into a holding pattern, just stay out of his way. And then hopefully we can get high enough that we can see any vantage point that can give us any clues where we're supposed to go.
As you're taking to the air, Macmillan gets to the point where he's about below you guys, and you just see his mask just kind of stare upward. So what are you guys doing in the air?
I guess we're just gonna go up high and see where the hell we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Do we see anything when we're like really high up?
You get to the point where Jeff, you're starting to struggle to keep going, and as you guys look around, it is just desert for miles and miles. You're just barely able to see like a very small speck of what is probably the other town that the mining operation is in. But otherwise, it is just the dust below you and sand.
Okay. Well, we can't really go back down there. No one's gonna eat our ass. Cleaver dude's
Yeah. Which way do you want to go?
You remember which way we came in from? Like, at all?
Do I? I don't know.
What do you do, sorry?
Do we know the direction it came in from? Because we'd probably be able to recognize it from where the city is oriented.
You guys can kind of infer that you came from the direction you guys came from, but you have even less idea of where your original spot in the desert would be.
You know what? We should probably go at least try to go that way. Because
Back to where we came from?
yes, no, not back where we came from. Like we need to get to Beleda and the
As you guys are kind of deciding what you guys want to do, you end up hearing you guys end up hearing cracking through the air above or air below, just a loud crack of a gunshot.
Wait a minute.
Guns, you say?
He's shooting at it.
Noticeably, though, there is no bullet.
Huh.
Well then.
Well, probably should get out of here before we get hit.
Yeah. Let's try to go the direction.
Alright, you wanna head, pick a direction, and we'll just fly that way.
You guys hear another gunshot, but this time you hear that the bullet definitely collides with sand, that very close to the ground.
But we're in the air. So
Because maybe the person shooting the gun isn't shooting at you.
can we see who it is? What's going on down there?
Do you want to get closer to find out?
Just enough to see.
Yeah.
You fly down a little bit to see the sheriff had approached Macmillan, tried to figure out what was going on, tried to stop Macmillan, who took a swing, much like that, who took a swing at the sheriff but missed. The sheriff promptly put a bullet in Macmillan's head, and rather than falling straight onto his back, Macmillan swung his cleaver again, which threw the sheriff back. He dropped his gun into the sand, which fired a bullet, and Macmillan took one last swing and killed the sheriff.
Is Macmillan dead?
Macmillan simply wipes the blood off his cleaver and goes back up to staring at you guys.
No, not the corrupt sheriff, mayor, person guy.
You know, trying to shoot at him with my crossbow?
He was so corrupt.
Go ahead, Lars. Since you're not used to firing on flying things back, go ahead and roll attack with disadvantage.
Okay. Crap. Okay. Damn it. Okay, that misses. Fuck.
As you fire the, what did you roll actually? Sorry, I'm in the wrong channel.
I got a 5.
5. Okay. You fire the bolt, and it lands. It lands to his side. Macmillan's mask drifts over to the arrow. He leans down and grabs the arrow, holds it up to his head, and examines it, and brings it back to his side and looks back up.
I want to shoot him again.
Okay.
34.
4.
Damn it.
Nailed it.
Quit shooting.
What was that?
Do you
Jeff?
want me to land on like a, on like the top of a building?
You need to stay in the air. Stay in the air. We keep shooting at him.
If we
Lars, you
land
think
on
you
the top
get you
of a
think you get a really decent shot, but then you mess up your timing a bit as Jeff makes another flap and it sends your bolt back to the side. You just see Macmillan lean
I got
back
two
down and grab
14s.
the other.
I got two 14s.
This time you fire a third bolt, and it crashes into Macmillan's shoulder. And as you kind of celebrate the shot, you notice that he has like various clips of metal already just jaggedly sticking out of his arm, other than the arrow, and he simply reaches up
I'm
and
gonna try
snaps
to
the
shoot
arrow
him
out of his
some
shoulder.
minutes.
Yes,
Nice.
shoot the man with metal hooks in his skin. That'll definitely be effective.
We'll try again. Let's gonna keep me going. Fuck you. Dang it. That won't.
Some of the civilians are kind of like standing around the center of town, staring very confused.
Oh no.
Some of them are kind of curious if this is some very odd show of magic, or some like some very odd form of like movie or performance.
You know, never mind.
I'm gonna keep shooting at him. I'm gonna get a
It's proving very effective. We have
Yes,
solid evidence that
shooting the
this,
man with bits of metal in him is going to be very effective. Clearly, it will
you know,
go
the guy
through
who took
him
a
and
fucking
he will.
bullet to the brain and still fucking killed the guy who shot him.
Yeah, clearly he will fall over and perish due
Yeah.
to your arrows.
I mean, it is.
You took a bullet to the head.
I don't care.
It is a
My
very
net is-
crude revolver though, so probably wasn't too powerful, but.
How is my computer connected to its own internet?
Let's just get at
it.
As you're just raining down arrows onto this guy, he simply just robotically keeps picking them back up off the ground.
Okay.
At least he's a good janitor.
I mean, you would think that, but you can just infer from the very much bleeding and just profusely bleeding
Can
sheriff on
I,
the ground.
At least he
I'm
doesn't
gonna- you know what
tolerate
I'm gonna do?
littering.
Guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna do?
Are you gonna fire another arrow?
Are you gonna shoot him?
I'm gonna keep shooting. I'm gonna keep shooting at him.
You know, props to Macmillan. He doesn't tolerate littering.
He doesn't tolerate littering unless it was him who did it.
Hold on, my internet's being stupid. Give me a second.
Well, let's just get out of here. There's no point.
I don't know, Jeff. Have you seen the one arrow he hit? It seemed to
Yeah.
really have an effect on him.
Yeah, that. I think it's safe to keep shooting. Not gonna lie.
I mean, he's not moving. He's just standing there, staring at you guys.
He has a melee weapon and you're in the air.
Cor
What's
is
he gonna
just
do?
T-posing during all this.
What's he gonna do? Like throw an arrow at you?
Yeah. He just chucks the fucking cleaver.
I just imagine he like chucks the arrow with like the force of a
Yeah.
longbow.
He chucks it with the amount of force of a ballista.
Yeah, it just shoots fucking Jeff out of the air.
So what are you doing, Lars? Is he crying because of his tactic not working?
He said his internet was being fucky wucky.
Well, Jeff, if you do want to take him down to a building and see what Macmillan does about it, nothing's stopping you. I mean, it is just a dumb cat on your back raining arrows down on a guy who took a bullet to the head.
Meow.
I mean, there's no way he'd climb up onto the building, so might as well.
All right.
A two-story building with like a flattish.
All right. You land down, and you see as Macmillan kind of follows you. He does start walking towards the building.
Huh.
I'm sure it's fine.
Shit. I like how he's muting himself just to make witty comments at everything.
Me?
Yeah. He keeps muting himself like he's not gonna be talking.
Well, I mean,
Hello.
yeah, if you said I should be muted quite a lot, so
My internet is dying.
I mean, I don't have to be muted if
F.
if you don't want me to be.
Sophie, or Lars, sorry, I'm so used to it. Lars, Jeff lowered you guys onto a building, and Macmillan has set off after the building.
Okay, can we not do that? Can we not be in his range at all? Like, ever? He did
I
20
picked
damage.
I picked one without a roof access.
Do you think that's gonna stop him? Ever?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well then, is there like a clock tower we can sit on?
Sure.
Well, okay, let's go to the top of the clock tower. Like, really far up, where there's no access. Why
Okay.
is my internet not working?
As you get to the clock tower, Macmillan is still following you guys.
I'm a dumb fuck. It's the wrong computer.
Wait, Chase, is there no fire escape on the building they've landed on?
It's a western town, dude.
Ah, so they're on the they're on the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. Gotcha.
As you guys get to the clock tower, Macmillan kind of looks up, and after a few moments, he raises his cleaver and takes a hack at the first stand of the tower.
Is he gonna fucking cut it down?
It's kind of like starts off like a water tower, basically.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like the 4 stands. It's not like a solid wood thing. It's not like a wall.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's not very well made.
No, it's very
Let's
rickety.
just stay up here until he cuts it down, and then the city's locals will attack him because he's taking down their building.
Yeah, the sheriff posed such a threat.
I don't
know,
care.
right?
Angry lizard.
Alright, there's people
Wait.
watching, right?
Yeah, some of the citizens are starting to be more concerned.
I shout down to one of them. Anybody know the way to Luna or Boletta?
I'm just gonna be like, we do not associate with this man. We hate him.
So some of the citizens are kind of like, is it Luna Beleda? What?
We want to leave, and he's not letting us.
Another one of civilians, what you guys recognize as the barkeep, kind of steps up and he closes his tavern doors, walks into the street and picks up the revolver. He points it at Macmillan and simply just demands him to stop. Which Macmillan promptly turns his head over to the barkeep.
Not the tavern keep.
Rips his cleaver out of the wall and begins marching towards the barkeep.
I'm gonna shoot an
Me too. I'm gonna shoot at him.
just to distract him from killing the barkeep.
That sinks. Right at 13.
I think I got a. That's the wrong character sheet. 15.
I got a 13.
For the sake of what's going on, I'm not gonna take into account AC, so those hit.
Cool. Lars D&D. What's the mod? Because I changed it. Okay.
Get the deuce. Are we
so-
rolling for damage?
Yeah,
or...
go ahead, roll damage.
10.
6 damage. Damn God.
As fucking Jeff's, as Hef's, arrow hits, Macmillan, it whizzes into Macmillan's back, like right on his shoulder blade. Lars, yours hits him in the back of the shin. He pauses for a moment, and raises his cleaver as he gets closer to the barkeep, who promptly fires the revolver.
Does it do anything? Please tell me it does something. Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
Just like hit him, bro.
The barkeep, as Macmillan raises the revolver, kind of leans it up, aims a bit, and shoots Macmillan in the neck.
Oh, Jesus.
You can see through the thick hide, even though you guys are up on the clock tower. It spews a little bit of blood. And Macmillan raises his hand up, and feels the wound, and then drops the cleaver, or swings the cleaver, I should say.
Dang it. I missed. Please miss. Oh, no.
He catches the barkeep right in the hand, knocking the cleaver out of his hand. And he lets out a shriek of pain and takes to the air.
I'm gonna shoot him again. Please kill him. 13.
Roll damage.
That is plus 4. 8 damage.
He turns around to you guys again, and you shoot him, and it catches him like right in the chest. He simply raises his cleaver and wipes the blood off.
Oh my God, this dude is a tank.
I'm gonna turn into. how
No, no,
far
no,
away is he
don't turn
from
into
the
anything.
gun? And
Don't turn. No, don't turn into anything. If you turn into anything, they're gonna see whether you're magic user or not. The
You
rest of the
already
town's
turned
gonna-
into a
I
hawk in the
already-
center of the streets.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. Just stay up here. We can keep shooting at him, and then
I'm
chase
gonna
him.
try and grab the.
When he's
How
not
far away?
Oh,
How far
Uh,
away is he?
The revolver landed in the sand about 10 feet next to Macmillan, a little bit behind him as well. As well as you can
Is
see that you
he-
can see the barkeep just above holding his arm, which is just pissing blood.
Okay. Hold on, Jeff. Do we have any health potions at all?
Yeah, I think I have.
Okay, Jeff. I need you to go give the barkeep a health potion and get the revolver as fast as you can. Try to like a Peregrine Hawk or something. Go fast.
Yep. I do that.
Yeah. And he drops the health potion at the bartender, and everyone loves it.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
you
it's
will
really.
proc an attack of opportunity as you enter and subsequently leave, equaling 2 attacks.
Wait, what?
Lars,
wait,
keep. Lars,
Yeah, I'm gonna
keep
keep attention.
shooting him, and I'm gonna just wait for him to probably walk back over and start hacking at the water tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, neato.
14.
After a few moments, just as he starts walking towards the water tower, you see the barkeep flutter back down to the ground and land on his knees. As you can see just from his hand holding the arm is just like drenched in blood, and there's a bit of a puddle already formed.
Give him the potion. I shot him. It did 8 damage.
Yeah. Am I clear now to get in there?
Yeah, you'd very easily be able to fly over him.
Shoot him again.
Okay, yeah. I drop off
Ooh,
a
that's-
regular strength health potion, and then I grab the revolver.
You shoot an arrow down Lars, and it hits down on it hits down on his cleaver hand, right in the elbow. And it stops his swing for a moment, although he still carries through. And this time between all of the swings, you hear the wood let up this just very terrible just. And Jeff, as you're flying past, you look back to see that the bit of the wood that's been built is caved in on itself, and the tower is now more of like the leaning tower.
Okay. Jeff, you have the revolver.
As you
What?
Get, Jeff, as you get to the bartender, barkeep, whatever, you're
Are
able
we
to remove his
fighting the
arm.
bartender?
Huh?
Are we fighting the freaking bartender?
Oh no, you guys are fighting Macmillan.
Any help?
And the bartender made the mistake of trying to help.
Oh,
His arm is now gone, but we're trying
Yeah,
to
no.
help.
What you've missed, Cora, is you guys tried to hide in your rooms. Macmillan didn't catch you guys, but you guys decided to run out of your rooms, which prompted Macmillan to follow close behind. Jeff took to the air, turning into a hawk in the middle of the street. Flew up to realize that Macmillan just kind of stands below you and just stares. Which, after taking a bullet to the head from the sheriff, Lars promptly decided that arrows seem to be what will totally kill this thing. And has been pretty much pissing arrows down at him for several moments. The
Okay.
sheriff is dead on the ground. You and Lars are on a clock tower that is slowly being hacked down by Macmillan, as Jeff has just swooped off to help the bartender, whose arm wound is pissing blood.
Yay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Will I
I
ever
grab the
tap into my musical abilities?
I grab the revolver, and then I go back up to the water tower and change into a bigger hawk and get them to a different building.
I turn into the hawk, and as America Fuck Yeah plays, I 460 snipe Macmillan with the revolver.
Yeah, so
Okay, cool. So, Jeff gets up to the clock tower for you guys now, with a crude revolver in his hand, and his wings kind of curve in and then snap out, almost like 4 times bigger as he turns into his giant hawk. It's very cinematic. And you guys jump on. Just as Macmillan gets the final swing on the busted pillar, which sends the clock tower plummeting onto a building.
yeah,
Which is, funnily enough, the inn. So,
No.
good luck on a free room.
No. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna keep shooting at him. This time, can I hold the crossbow in one hand and have the revolver in the other and just bang and then load?
Since you're now back on flying, you'll be rolling with disadvantage, and as well as one-handing. Are you using the a hand crossbow, or are you using like the full crossbow?
The hand crossbow.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So just the one disadvantage then.
Dang it! I rolled a 2.
So the arrow misses. So Cora, would you like to contribute to this thing now that you're here and no longer T-posing? That's like it's not in the canon, but just like every time for the fucking players while we're doing it live, it's just every time you're not doing something, your character's just T-posing. It's a very polished game, I know.
Oh my gosh!
I like to imagine it's like the prop of people too. It's like really low effort and they're just floating around.
Yeah. They have like no animations going at all.
Okay, so where am I relative to everyone?
You are on Jeff next to Lars.
Next to who?
Lars.
Okay.
Is there another building I can land them on safely that doesn't have a way up?
How far away is Macmillan?
Macmillan is now, the clock tower was about, like 20 feet tall. So you guys are about 25 feet off the ground. Other than that, he's, walking towards you guys, basically almost directly below you.
Okay.
This depends on where you want to fly, Jeff. There's the building you landed on, which is like across the street. It's the mayor's office. Across the street from the inn. The inn itself now has a flat surface. And other than that, there isn't really anywhere else to go that would be very stable place to stand.
Okay. So I would like to cast Fireball at Macmillan.
Okay.
Okay. So every creature in a 20-foot radius. Well, if Jeff could just fly out of the way right after, that would be pretty convenient. So 20-foot radius sphere centered on Macmillan must make a dexterity saving throw, and he'll take 8d6 fire damage on a. Wait, let me see. On a dex save. On a failed dex save. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. And 4d6 on a successful one. So make a dex save.
Okay, roll full damage. Cause Macmillan's just gonna fucking tank that shit.
He said
22.
tank.
You cast your fireball and send it down. The people in the town are very confused and then subtly angry at this.
You know what? Screw you.
The fireball crashes down, and Macmillan raises his cleaver a bit to give a bit more room, and the fireball plummets down onto him and burns, and as it crashes down at the ground, it almost engulfs him fully before exploding. you see as the flames disperse, Macmillan takes steadies himself after a few steps backward. A little bit charred. The arrows in his hand are now quite charred. And he reaches his hand up and kind of steadies his mask on, and reassembles his very tight posture.
Ooh. In that case,
You can see his overalls are there's one bit of it that's got a fire on it now. It's a small one, but
I'm gonna shoot him again.
okay.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
You know, fireball just did so much. You know,
Dang it.
your arrows are really doing a lot.
Dang it.
You're on a building
Hey.
now.
Well, guys, do we want to just get out of here?
No, we gotta kill him. 'Cause
Lars,
he's
that's 17 hits, by the way. You can roll damage, because you know it really matters.
I don't care. I want to kill something. That did 8 damage.
The arrow flies down and catches Macmillan, kind of in like the collarbone.
Wait, did I just do the most damage out of this entire combat sequence?
Yes.
He simply snaps the arrow with the butt of the cleaver.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Lars, as you reach up to your quiver, you find that it is empty.
I have 75 arrows.
You've been literally just like fucking auto-loading your fucking
Shot
thing
like
for like 4 minutes
15.
straight.
I shot like 15.
You shot at least 20, alright? And not to mention that you have never once reloaded for either of your PCs. Fuck you.
I mean, okay.
Most
Let's get out of here. We have no reason to stay, so let's just pick a direction and go.
Might as well.
Let's just go.
I like how you used paint for the used category.
That's the most ghetto
Very
shit
convinced.
ever done. That's the most ghetto shit ever done.
Okay.
Okay, let's just
So
go.
as you guys take to the arrow again, you notice Macmillan kind of look at the arrows for a moment, and his cleaver kind of falters for a bit as it touches to the sand. He pats the flame off of his overalls, and you see him kind of hunch over for a moment as he catches his breath.
Wait, hold on. He's down. He's down. Quick! Shoot him in the back. Shoot him in the back with a gun. Shoot him in the back with a gun.
You have the revolver, apparently.
I'm gonna shoot him with it.
Since you have the bow, you roll a d20 plus whatever your crossbow modifier is.
My what?
Whatever you're using for like your just put your proficiency bonus on.
Okay. 7. But I've got 6 shots. I'm gonna keep going. Really? Frick you.
3 bullets
I
have
have
been fired.
I have a higher
Come on. 21.
Oh, well.
Damn it. So
Well,
how many shots have you?
You fired the
1, 2,
first. You fired the
3,
first 7. You fired the second 7. As you fire the 10, the bullet hits, but as you click it again, it is out since 3 shots have already been fired. From
Wait,
the
what?
sheriff and the barkeep.
No! I rolled a 21.
Lamau.
Ah.
It wasn't a nat anyway, but still. Go ahead and roll a d10 plus 2 for damage.
5.
The bullet lands just in his thigh. And he kind of leans it back a bit. You see him reclench the arrows a bit, and resumes his position after thunking the cleaver back up into his hand like normal.
How far is he from the sheriff's building?
It is the sheriff's building is next to the mayor's office. He's about in the middle of the street now, so he's pretty much He's pretty much equal distance from the mayor's office, the sheriff's office, the clock tower, and the inn. He's now about next to the barkeep, by the way, who's still grounded.
Okay.
His puddle of blood is starting to build up, though.
I gave him the health.
It seems that through the stress of holding his arm, he's not much in the mood for a drink at the moment. Considering that these people probably don't really know what a health potion is anyway.
Cool.
Let's head the opposite direction of the mining camp and go.
As you take to the air once more, you see Macmillan. He looks off after you guys, and after a moment of confirming your direction, you're able to catch a glimpse of him turning his attention towards the barkeep on the ground.
Oh no. Let me guess.
For the sake of plot, as you guys are flying away, you hear a just a very wicked and a couple of birds who are sitting on distant things have suddenly flown away now.
Oh shit.
I done wasted my health potion.
That's great.
You guys continue into the desert after a bit, and after a while, you guys find a small tent in the sand. It's been about 2 hours of flying, by the way. So it's about 1, I think, 1 in the afternoon.
Cool.
I think we just kind of
Yeah.
check in, I guess.
Okay, let's see if I can turn off that AC. Because it is making me cold.
You guys go down to the tent. You guys walk onto or you guys kind of gather yourselves on the sands. Really catch your breaths. And sitting just behind the tent, there's a masked individual in a large blue, almost trench coat looking thing. Person just reading a book.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him where there's a map.
Where there's a
Does
what?
he have a map?
Anybody have a map? Anything maybe happening now? We'll do this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is Aegis, but then going to know.
Jesus Christ. Lars, as you approach the man, without almost any visible reaction from the man, he just says, "You adventurers seem to have found yourselves in a bit of a tight spot, haven't you?"
How could you tell?
Yeah.
Out of breath, fleeing from a town. It's not hard to tell when people are not in the best of situations, anyway.
Yeah.
He turns the page of his book with a gentle swish.
Do you have any maps by any chance?
Sorry, why are you really quiet there for some reason, Lars?
We need a map. Do you have a map? I need a map.
What
Sing
good is
a
a
map
map
song
when
from
you have
Dora
no
the
idea where you
Explorer.
are in the first place?
No.
The man finally looks away from his book and looks at you, Lars. You can see the mask is just this it's this white wood, just with kind of like with black like crescents for eyes. And he says, the first thing you need for a map is to know where you are.
Well,
Where are
maybe
you,
you can
friend?
do that. We have zero clue. Thanks.
We're in the desert. Got it, guys. We're in the desert.
Yeah. We're in
The man gets up from his bit of a chair and closes his book. If I'm not mistaken, you guys are not in a place you belong, doing things that you're not even supposed to be doing in this moment in time. You have more urgent things to
Yeah.
attend to, and yet
This
you
is
find
like a
yourselves
side
here.
quest.
I could give you a map, but it might be better to find out what you want to do first.
We want to get back to the town we left. What is it? What is the town again? I forgot. Where are we supposed to be?
Coldest Tree?
Luna?
Luna?
Luna is the town you guys have been rebuilding.
Yes.
The man slides his hands behind his back and just says, "Well, what's your plan to do there?"
We left here on accident. We kind of want to go back and finish fixing this town.
And when you fix this town, what then? He turns around to face you three.
I don't know.
Fight the Phantom, maybe?
I came along for vengeance. I don't really know what the hell we're doing.
I mean, neither do I, man. I'm just trying to come to terms with the fact that maybe vengeance isn't the answer all the time.
Oh, hell no.
Seems like you three are a little more lost than you seem to understand right now. You have a beast, I presume, that you're trying to stop together, and yet have no clue how to approach it. Am I
That's also very
Pretty
Why?
much.
And why do you fight this beast of yours?
because he's killed people we care about.
He sits back into his chair and props his foot up over his knee and leans back. Everyone's lost good people in their lives. Everyone's taken bad
For
people off of
no
this world.
reason. For no reason. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm going to.
Perhaps you find yourselves too invested? In any case, I can send you on the way you guys wish to go. But just know that it may be important to find out what you're here to do in this world first. Yeah, he walks into his tent. And as you guys kind of peer in as it goes in outside of his chair, and as you guys look back, the chair has just disappeared. After a moment, he returns from the tent with a roll of paper and hands it to you guys.
Cool.
Gracias.
The beast you fight on the outside, while it can be worse on paper, It'll never truly be bigger than the one inside. He walks back into his tent. What are you guys doing now?
Look at the map, I guess.
Who's holding the map, by the way?
I think it's me.
I could roll a d3 if you'd like to see who he handed it to.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's Lars.
Okay. Well,
As the three of you look over his shoulder to see the map, one of you happens to look back up and the tent is gone without a trace.
oh,
Gosh.
You notice that the map is, it's rather condensed into the desert. You can see a small blot of ink that's not labeled, but you get the sense that it is marking yourselves, as you can see the dust very, very close to it. The desert stretches for quite a long distance westward. Is where you can start seeing the desert fade into plains land.
well then. I guess we go to Luna then.
Were we going the right direction? Did we choose right or wrong?
You guys were going basically laterally to it.
Well then, we go there.
You guys set off in your direction. Jeff, about 12 hours of flight, so it's about it's a little bit past midnight. You tell the three that you have to stop and rest your wings. And you guys settle in a bit of this valley and set up your camp for the night. And you guys have a chance to recollect over what you guys are here for and what you want to do.
Oh god. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh shit.
What happened?
So you guys are at this campfire in the middle of the night. What are you guys doing?
Wait, can Cora play the music again? Or
Sure.
okay. She's gone through her crisis. It's all good. I guess she just takes out her pan flute and tries to start playing again.
This is wonderful. Oh god.
Why'd you have to make it sad?
Oh shit.
If you guys, if I assume most of you actually have Gravy muted, but I am keeping up with the music a little bit better around now.
Okay.
Let me know though, if you guys have Gravy muted a lot more, then I mean, I'll keep keeping up with it, but I'm not gonna be as adamant about it. But there are points when I'll be playing selections that are a lot more mood setting. Yeah, so if you guys wanna reflect with your characters and just get a bit of development in, or talk with each other, just now is a great time to do it. Since you guys are just kind of watching the embers flow up into the sky from the campfire.
Concerning hobbits.
How long have we been fighting? Like, what's the amount of time since we started this quest?
From being in the desert, or like since
From the
session
very
1?
beginning. Oh!
Since session 1?
Yeah.
Session 1 started, I think it was spring, actually. Although now it is, actually spring once again, so it's been about a year, a little bit less.
Oh!
Although for you guys it's been much less than a year, since a couple seasons have passed without you guys being there to witness it. And
Yeah.
for you guys it's been maybe like 4 or 5 months, but for the rest of the world it's been maybe about a year.
Oh, dang.
Alright.
We've been fighting the Phantom. Well, a couple of months now, and we haven't really made
Any progress?
any. Yeah. I mean, we just keep losing.
Okay, but I got that one hit on him, like the fireball, before he absolutely handed.
It's starting to make lose hope.
Yeah, but you know what? He can't give up. Okay? He wronged us, wronged our friends,
Just
and he'll get what he deserves.
no one wants to fight with us. Seems everybody's evil. Just
Well, it's good that we have a few people that we can trust. Unless one of y'all is spies, in which case, I'm
Well,
leaving.
now seems like a great time to be pointing fingers at each other.
Lars just has no just sense of direction or personality. He's just dying inside slowly.
Completely shattered. Not even a real person.
I keep impulsively checking my DMs, trying to see if someone's typing, if like Chase
Yeah.
is typing.
Do you guys want to keep talking? Keep RPing with each other, or you guys want to turn in for the night?
I don't know.
Or I mean, like, turn your characters in for the night and go to bed and resume from the next day.
Yeah, let's
Not ending the session right here.
let him sleep. Let them.
session is over.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job, guys.
Session's over. I forgot it was Saturday and didn't plan for the next rest of the no. Don't worry, guys.
That's alright.
I've just realized we haven't had like a really major like PC on PC relationship build.
Yeah, that's not
How does everybody with each other? I imagine Jeff feels fairly close with everybody just because of the combat
Yeah.
and just time together.
I mean, that's not really my job to decide.
Yeah, I was asking
I mean, what, you guys haven't known Lars, like, almost at all. I mean, since the dust, it's just been you guys.
I'm sorry.
Did you just see the meme?
No.
Okay.
Nick, send me something. Dare use my own spells against me, Connor?
In any case, is that all you guys are gonna talk about, or?
Yeah, I don't really know what we're supposed to do.
I'm so sorry, I should be serious.
Alright, you guys turn in for the night, and it's a few more days of flight before you guys finally start to see the sand bleed into Plainsland. After about a week of flight total, you guys see the castle of Beleda off on the horizon.
I get a distinct feeling we should go check the forest.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Mayhap.
Perhaps it would be important in this moment in time.
Yeah. Especially with, Paladin. Yeah, let's go do that.
Alright. So you guys going to Luna? Huh?
Nothing.
So you guys going to Luna?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. As you guys get there, a lot of progress has been made since you guys left. In fact, it looks like most, if not all, of the Dark Elves have moved in at this point, and there's a bit of a working society back now here. And as you land down into the town, it seems a lot of people are like cheerful and are happy to see you guys again.
These people haven't met Lars yet, right?
No.
So this is Lars.
Hi.
I'm kind of just, announcing this to the...
After a few moments as you're shaking hands with some of the civilians, Elisander turns out from a corner behind from inside a building, and her face goes from a neutral expression to one of distaste as she recognizes you guys.
Yep.
She walks up to you guys with a haste in her step. So, what? You abandoned me in the castle, abandoned us for what? Almost a whole pair of months, and just turn up expecting us to care?
Not like it was our choice that we got transported to a freaking desert.
She's got her fist clenched at the hilt of a knife that's kind of worked into a bit of a plate of armor at her hip, or thigh. Sorry.
We didn't choose to leave.
We wanted to come right back.
We've been in hell. Not literally. Someone else probably has, though.
Yeah.
She kind of rubs the bridge of her nose for a minute. It's just like, we'll catch up tomorrow. We'll open a camp up for you. We'll open a room up for you in a minute. She kind of marches off to help with other people. As you guys start to talk with more people, eventually you overhear someone mentioning Sindar, and the way they are talking about them does not sound great.
This doesn't sound good.
They were referring to him within a past tense that is a little bit grim.
Is it kind of like a overhear them just walking by situation?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think Jeff just butts in. What happened to Sindar?
Oh, right, you wouldn't know. Sindar died a few months ago. We never really figured out why, but we just woke up one day. It was a few weeks after Elisandar turned back up, and she's been in control ever since. She's been doing a really good job with us and everything, but she's a little harsher, I guess. I mean, no one could replace Sindar.
How old was Sindar?
Sindar was... I mean, he wasn't towards the end of his life, but... I mean, he certainly wasn't the youngest.
Did he have any wounds on him, or did he just die one day?
From what we know, I don't know. Elisandar doesn't like talking about it, but she simply... The most she's told us is that... I'm sorry, I'm a little blank on the details. It's tough to think about, I guess, but... She's simply... She simply thinks it was the stress, since... while we all saw the body, there wasn't any wound to see. The elders couldn't find any trace of poison either, so...
That's suspicious.
Jeff just nods and thanks them and then just kind of walks off.
You guys eventually get your room sorted out, by the way. Go ahead, Jeff.
10.5 didn't happen, so I never turned the journal to Beatrice, right?
Yeah, you didn't, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that back to...
Well, you guys actually, don't... Beatrice isn't here, actually.
Huh.
Because that was also something that happened in 10.5. As well as Arcadia's return,
I don't think...
so... Yeah.
Jeff is gonna... I don't think Jeff is gonna look for it. Is it... What time is it right now?
It's sort of later in the evening. It's been a long day of flight for you, by the way.
Yeah. Jeff's just gonna...
Yeah. That's probably wise.
Yeah.
So you guys turn in for the night, and as the next day passes, Elisandar finally meets up with you guys at about a couple hours before noon, and takes you guys off to her personal tent, and kind of sits you guys down in a couple of chairs. You guys noticed from before when you first met her, she was a slave, but when you first met her in like her usual garb, it was like kind of like a rogue kind of looking type. However, now it looks it's a much more like tighter, compact uniform, and it looks more like a it looks much more like formal. Although you can see there's like a built-in holster for a knife at her leg. As well as she has a satchel over her shoulder. She sits down in a chair and has been like, so, you guys catch me up first on what you guys got up to.
Well, we, ended up in the desert, and we were lost for a while, and then we found this town, and then, we,
Hold on, out of
were
character.
staying there.
Out of character. Does she know Fuchs is dead?
She does not.
Oh god. Okay.
That changed how Jeff would phrase. Well, we lost Fuchs.
Oh, right. As well as we lost the elf and your little medicine doctor, whatever you want to call her. We lost those as well. Apparently, those aren't worth mentioning to you either. She stands up and kind of paces, irritated.
The medicine?
Beatrice.
Okay. I think Jeff shuts up. Kind of motions for someone else to do it.
So, two other PCs here, guys. It's not just Jeff in the room.
No, no.
1, 2, 3, got it.
Got it.
I already said I was. One of you two has to do it.
Well, in that case, I guess it's my turn. As you guys are discussing, you guys hear a bit of sudden silence in the town, and after a moment, you guys can't help but address it. As you peek out from the tent, you see Beatrice's muddy, beaten body slam onto the ground, and above her is not a face you would have expected to see again. Triss slams back down onto Beatrice's back.
Right. Time to shoot her.
A few steps next to her is Macmillan. By the way.
Son of a bitch.
Kidding
I
me.
wouldn't have expected you guys to be so foolish about something. But apparently you guys just let us straight to your face.
I shoot her.
I don't even give a shit. I'm just gonna shoot her. I don't care. Shut up with the story. Just kill her already.
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 22. I got a 23.
I got a fucking nat one.
Nailed it. As you fire, as Lars, you fumble with your crossbow and fail to load it properly. Jeff fires his arrow, which Macmillan promptly steps in front of and takes in the chest.
Jesus. I'm gonna load and fire again. To hell with you. 18.
As Triss kind of readies herself behind Macmillan, she's just like, sheesh. I would have expected people who I was going to make a deal with to be so aggressive.
No more deals. I'm done with that. I've brought enough suffering.
Well,
I guess you didn't want help with your little
Jeff
phantom then,
is
I guess.
gonna turn into a
Turn into a T-Rex. Turn into a T-Rex.
pool again.
A what? Oh.
I wish.
Turn into a T-Rex.
As you
I
turn into a bull, Macmillan reaches behind him and tosses Beatrice in the air, who starts flying. After a moment, she's like, "Sheesh, I would have expected you guys to be at least willing to hear me out, especially when I'm talking about your little phantom problem."
Jeff turns back into human.
So are you guys going to listen now? Or are you gonna have to fire more arrows and make this much more complicated
Listen.
than it has to be?
Fine.
Leave us alone if we don't like it.
Fine. I'll leave you guys alone if you don't like my deal.
Thank you.
She lands back onto the ground, and Macmillan yanks the arrow out of his chest and tries to take a step, but Beatrice stops him. So, it came to my attention through whatever the hell, it doesn't matter, but it came to my attention that you guys are also not particularly fond of the Phantom.
We killed
Yeah.
my friend since childhood. Of course I'm not.
Well, I don't know if you guys figured it out. You are rather stupid. But I am in a gang. And it just so happens that he's been a major problem of ours. And considering we're not exactly there to help for whatever he wants to do, we've been subtly fighting back against him. And of all people who would probably join that cause, I figured you idiots might be in for it.
Well,
Yeah,
Might as well.
we are.
well done.
Great. That's fantastic. Either way, this deal works out for me. Alright, in that case, you three follow me. She kind of flutters up into the air, feet off the ground just a little bit. And you guys notice behind her is kind of stationed in town is a rather large horde of very bandity looking people.
Oh.
And you also notice that a large sum of these people have dark elves in front of them on their knees with weapons at their throats.
Oh.
Elisandar also notices this. And reaches in for his dagger. And is
Hey,
like, wait, exactly what's going on
yeah.
here?
Yeah, that's not cool.
I'm just going to like turn around, put my hands over my head, and just breathe. Just fucking done. Just don't want to deal with this. Like,
Gonna need to let those people go.
Why would I do that? Unless you want to be working in the mines again, I don't exactly have much other choice.
You kind of do. You
Okay.
could leave them alone. You know,
Yeah,
like
you're gonna let those people go.
Well, we need people to work in the mines. Because we need more mines. Because there's more of us every day.
we're
So,
minds.
go
We're not trained
recruit
to do that.
other
We're not
people.
trained to do that, and it's not our specialty.
Look, you're gonna need to let those people go.
or what? Are you gonna shoot me?
I fucking hate this so much. It's fucking stupid.
You know, grand idea. Maybe you could find someone or a group of people who specialized in mining, so you won't have to do like use hundreds of
Well,
dark
I don't know. An arcane drill, maybe?
Fun idea, huh?
I don't know if you're aware, but most people want to be paid for what they're doing. It's much easier when you just put some shackles around them and tell them to do the work.
But they'd like you and
Listen.
and would be more likely to become your ally if you paid them, even just a little bit.
In any case, it seems to me that you guys kind of need the army at your back to fight him. And if I'm not mistaken, your guys' little girlfriend there isn't exactly keen on sending her own men to fight him.
What is Alessander doing?
She just kind of got her dagger at her in her hand, just kind of trying to piece together what's happening.
Why dark elves, huh? You could
Yeah.
choose any. You know, like there's races tuned to underground and mining.
Yeah, but dwarves are troublesome. Even if they're good at it, they cause too much trouble. Dark elves, on the other hand, nobody in this world likes them. They lost their war years ago. No one's going to defend them if they have a problem.
Dang.
Oh, OC, what are we guys thinking?
I'm thinking I hate this.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff is not gonna let these people be taken as slaves. So, how many people are there? How many bandits?
From what you're able to see, there's about 20 in view, and there's more people behind them. As well as Macmillan is within melee range of you two. Beatrice is a couple of feet behind him. And Alessander and the rest of the town are behind you guys.
Are they... Are they enslaving the people that we have in our town?
All you guys see is that the bandits have some of the townsfolk on their knees with weapons at their necks.
Hmm.
You can't take these people.
And why not? You're making the deal with me. You're asking for my armies, and I'm simply giving it to you for no other reason. I have no gain here. I'm getting something out of this deal.
Your gain is you don't have to deal with...
And it... Whatever. I don't care. I need the gain now. And for what it's worth, between you and me, it doesn't look like she's too keen on sending her men to die for you like I am. So it seems to me that you guys either take my deal and lose them and get an army to fight him, or you don't take my deal and we take them and you have no army.
OOC, what do you guys think?
Fuck this.
Hmm.
Okay, good input.
Oh, and about that little potions maker. I found her on the road on the way here. She seems quite beaten. Looks like she got in a bit of a tussle a few days ago. I thought you guys might want to see a face like that. whatever it might mean to you, if anything.
Is there a deal we can work out where you don't take these people?
Yeah. It's a deal where you don't get an army.
Alright. I can't, let you take these people, so go about your way.
Beatrice lands at her feet and walks up to you, Jeff, and reaches out her talons to shake.
Oh, see, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You'll have to understand, after interacting with the Phantom, I'm not too keen on handshakes.
Great.
We're
Then I'll
solid.
take everybody. She turns around about face.
Well, he's probably gonna kill Jeff. Sticks out his hand.
As you take out your hand, you guys all notice Macmillan look at it and suddenly get a chill down your spine. But Beatrice, or Triss, excuse me, turns around and clasps her talons around your hand and shakes it once. Great. Have your stupid people. I'll go back with nothing. Thanks. She
No problem.
waves her hand in the air, and the thieves, with a grunt, shove the people down and sheathe their weapons and start walking off. Elisandra and various people kind of hurry off after the people on the ground and start to carry them to the rest of the town.
I'm talk to the party real quick. I'm gonna follow her. She said she had Beatrice, and I gotta.
No, she dumped Beatrice like in front of Elisandra's tent when you guys first peeled.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Never mind then. I help get the townspeople that were taken hostage, like just helping them get back to what they were doing, you know, just stuff like that.
Elisandra seems quite unhappy that something like this has happened all of a sudden, and very rightfully, as you approach, whips out her dagger and holds it up to you, and is just like, "What the hell was that? And why do you know someone like that?"
She enslaved us, in her prison camp.
Great, so you lead her here to slave us?
We didn't want to lead her here. We thought we'd lost her.
Look, I just turned down the option to fight to save your people.
She slips her dagger back into its holster and is just like, "Look, whatever, sure. I guess you did that, but look, since Sindar, whatever happened to him, I'm not fit to lead a place like this. And I know he made some deal with whatever you guys, that after all this was done and we were sorted out, we would give you whatever help we could, but I can't afford that. It's my responsibility to keep these people safe, and sending them off to fight something like that. Something that so easily took the 4 of us, the 5 of us, however many of us were there that day. We had no control, no chance. I can't send my people to a fate just like that."
I understand. To be honest, I didn't think that their army would do really anything to help. It is the Phantom.
She nods her head and kind of pats your shoulder and lets off another thanks as she nurses one of the wounded. Or not wounded, but just shocked. And the rest of the army kind of carries off. Or Trista's army kind of clears off.
How's Beatrice doing?
You look over her plague dress is very beaten and battered. It's very muddy. The dress part of it has been mostly cut down to where it's like barely even a skirt. It's very torn up and stuff, and you can see just cuts and bruises all over her pale skin. And
Is she standing or laying down?
she is laying down and has not even moved her fingers since she was thrown onto the ground.
I pick her up and I take her to where Jeff was supposed to settle in and just kind of let her rest.
Okay. She seems quite out of it, although you're able to tell that she is alive. Although even if it may be by like the very
Why are you playing Snowden?
Huh?
Why are you playing the Snowden theme?
Because it's main town. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
As everyone kind of starts to calm down and assembles themselves, you guys see Elisandra is very involved with her people and is really getting herself into like the personal matters of people and getting their problems sorted out as best as she can. You can tell from the personal interactions that it's taken a bit of a toll on her. But you notice that she's not letting it show with anybody else in the town.
Oh, by the way, I left the journal next to where she was sleeping.
Cool. You haven't looked at it. You haven't looked in it yet, or in this world, or in this. Didn't you look? Didn't you read it in 10.5, or was it that in 10? I want to say it was
like
10, but
if he
it might
did-
have been in 10.5.
I feel like Jeff would have looked at it anyway
Yeah.
if it was in 10.5.
Yeah, I think I DM'd it to you earlier in 10.5
Yeah.
or whatever session you did read it in. But yeah, no, you just very much confirmed that you know that information now.
What time is it now?
It's about noon. By the time Elisandra gathers you guys back to-
9:33 p.m.
She gathers you guys back to her tent to talk a little bit more. You see her kind of brush her eyes, and you can see that she looks very tired, almost unlike the way Beatrice would be. Although you can tell it's not a literal tired. She's just stretched herself a little too thin. And after a few moments, she's like, "Well, now that that interruption is over with, how are you guys gone so long?"
We were stuck
Yeah,
and lost.
had absolutely no idea where we were.
Lars, show her the map.
Yeah, I'm
Lars?
just gonna hand her the maps and then just like not be okay. I'm just gonna give her the map. Not even say anything.
Wait, you were the heavy tabard and the other the cross. You're not Fuchs?
No, as it would turn out, Fuchs sacrificed himself, and well, I came looking for him because his messages stopped coming to me, and I found them in Beatrice's tower. Turns out he was dead.
Ah, so
Yeah.
not everyone did make it.
No.
Hmm.
No.
Well, it seems. Wow. Hell, you guys just found Beatrice. Who the hell knows who is and isn't dead? In any case, Lars, as you show her the map, you notice that the map no longer shows the desert and instead is centered on Luna.
Oh, cool. Right, there's that map.
Which, you know, she kind of looks at the map and is like, okay.
Okay, look, I promise you, this was a desert here.
Hold on, let me check something. Okay. Nat 20.
Why are you rolling?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Alright then.
Normally
Fair
DMs
enough.
do that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Why?
The
Just
DM and the
reverse DM.
controller and the teller of this story doesn't need to know what decision I'm making. Okay. Fucking. Right. So.
This magic in a tent gave us this magic map, and apparently it shows us our location, I guess. So that's cool.
That makes sense, I guess. In any case, well, if you guys haven't heard it, but Sindar, I don't really know what actually happened, but a few weeks after I came back, he just woke up to find him dead.
I'm really sorry about that.
And, you know,
Um,
coming back after like a week and a half from almost dying to leading like leading like over 100 people. How the hell am I supposed to do this?
It seems like you've been doing a pretty good job of it.
Sure, yeah, doing a good job. Only almost got us enslaved by something you idiots brought in. She starts pacing, and you can tell she's starting to unravel.
That wasn't your fault. It's nothing you could have controlled.
Even if it's not my fault, it's my responsibility. If they get enslaved, if we get enslaved, it's my fault. Whether it was my responsibility to get them there, it's my responsibility to keep them here. She takes a step back, realizing that she just lashed out. Kind of like just thunks into her seat in defeat.
Look, you're able to run an entire town, and that's something we, and I motioned to Lars, Cora, and myself, probably couldn't do. We can barely manage the three of us, even
Yeah.
without Arcadia.
Did we lose Arcadia as well?
I'm not sure where she is.
Oh God. Jesus.
Yeah,
Upon
Why are
we
you
don't
rolling?
really.
Upon realizing that more people have died than he had ever expected, Lars just begins to cry. He just begins to cry. He rolled a nat 1 on the wisdom save.
Okay.
He's just crying.
I mean,
Is that what all of those roll were?
Yup. Basically, every time someone got aggressive or someone mentioned dying, I roll a wisdom save.
I can tell them that I'm leading, and I can tell them that I know where I'm going, but how are you supposed to lead someone when you don't even know where you are yourself? It's hard enough doing this alone, let alone that the whole world is literally out to get us. I appreciate everything you've done for us, but maybe it's best if we go our separate ways.
This music does not fit.
It really doesn't, I realize that now, but
Look at you, Chase.
sorry. I don't have something better pinned, but give me a
Here,
minute.
let me help. Let me help you.
No, I got it. Here. Actually, I do have something pinned for this moment. Not what I was going to use it for, but whatever. If I can type properly. There we go. This playlist is private. Suck my fucking dick, dude.
No thanks.
K. Play. Cunt bag. Thank you. In any case. Yeah, so she's like fucking losing it, man. She's has no idea what she's doing, and the pressures of leading is really getting to her. You guys are able to tell that really easily.
Is there any way we can help?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Me neither. I felt that.
She kind of lets a tear drift down her cheek. If I'm supposed to leave this place, I don't know how. I'm not the person who's supposed to do this.
Do you know anybody who would?
Sindar.
There's nothing stopping. There's nothing stopping you from opening up a council and getting the help from other people.
They need to hope that someone knows what they're doing. If they find out that I'm just as lost as I am, it's over. They need the security of knowing that someone actually does know what's happening. Someone who does know what's gonna happen. And I don't know that, and I have to be that person. And I can't just give it to someone else. Because it's not just you can't just give it up like this. Not unless I die too. I don't think they could handle that blow either. Barely did the first time from what I could tell when I came back. She sits down one more time and just kind of sits and just looks down at the dagger in her sheath and is just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. After a few moments of silence pass, the tent opens up a bit, and you guys see Beatrice walk in, that same just tired look on her face. She's got a couple of stains on her face as well from mud. So, I missed a lot, I suppose.
Who entered? I couldn't.
Beatrice.
Yeah. Fuchs is dead. We tried to. We were enslaved.
Accelerates even more. Nice.
Ash is
Oh,
missing.
I know what happened to Ash. She, you can tell you can hear a strain in her throat as she says her name. So, how long has it been?
A while.
Yeah.
Last thing I remember is you guys talked to me from the dead. A few minutes later, I was resurrected, at least halfway, and a few weeks after that, he caught her. She lifts her hand up and points at Alessandro. He caught you know, and you know, him being him, yeah. She stops and fails to continue her speech.
Well then. I came back
Jeff
from,
is Jeff.
Go on.
Jeff is what? Sorry.
Quiet.
Lars is still bawling, just dying.
Jesus.
Cora just kind of stares at his face.
I come back from eating like the best damn spaghetti I've made, and then I hear sad piano music and people are crying. What happened?
Da, 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 da.
I
Huh?
rolled 2 nat 1s on a wisdom save to keep me from.
Again, you rolled that yourself and rolled it like
I know.
15 times. So.
Every time one of you managed to mention something sad.
So wait, what happened?
So what you missed, Elliot, is unfortunately breaking your guys' immersion, but they came back from the western, went back to the main town.
Right.
And not main town, but they went back to the town they've been rebuilding. They've come to find that the dark elf who was leading them had mysteriously died. Elisander, a rogue type who had helped them a long time ago and went missing in the castle that they, by proxy, got sent to the western because of. She was there with them when all that happened, but got separated earlier. She is now in control and is kind of breaking down and unraveling in front of the party that basically just starting to lose it because of the stresses of leading when she's someone she's just not ready to be a leader and has no choice but to be.
Yikes.
They found Beatrice, who came back after Triss threatened to enslave literally all of the town. And Beatrice is starting to hint at something that's a little bit darker as well. On top
Gotcha.
of it
Keep
all.
going.
Yeah. And you guys, the three of you are, you guys kind of hear something you haven't really heard from her before, and just kind of rather than like anything but like anger or distaste, it's a tinge of actually like sadness and feeling. And she takes a seat too. After a few moments, Beatrice clears her throat. She's like, "It doesn't matter what happened, but in any case, he's finally done with me, so I'm free, I guess."
That's at least something.
Yeah. Sure. Neither of the two, Alessander or Beatrice, are making eye contact. They're just staring at the ground, on the verge of tears, both of them. Not helping that Lars is bawling his eyes out over in the corner. It's kind of breaking them down a little bit further.
Jeff never really had anything like this, so he doesn't really know what to do.
Well, Cora, you're the only one who has had almost no input on this.
Not really sure what to say.
Come on, Bard. It's a sad situation. That's not supposed to happen when a Bard is in the party. Means you're failing as a class.
I'm trying to think of an inspirational speech right now. Okay, give me a minute.
It's the build and the music.
Look, guys, we've all lost something to the Phantom. Friends, family even. And at this point, we're all pretty low. What do we have to lose? Let's go fight him. Or at least try to prepare, because are we really gonna just stand by and let the whole world suffer because of him? that really the right thing to do?
Alessander pipes up after a moment. She's like, if we fight him, I can't be liable to send my people into a slaughter like that. Whether you guys think you can take that thing on, I can't send my people to do it.
Then it looks like we're gonna have to train ourselves. Heaven knows we can't do it right now.
And train as best as you can, because I can't let my people go to a fate like it seems like all of us have suffered now.
I understand not wanting to let your people go into a bloodbath. I think that is your decision.
She nods her head and lets her dagger out and kind of puts it on the chair and just rests her chin on it.
I think Jeff kind of gets up and walks out of the room, and then turns into a bird and just starts flying.
I'm just going to go, like, find somewhere alone to sit and just sharpen my knife. Just hold on.
How beautiful.
Trying to draw inspiration from every animated movie I've ever watched.
After a few moments, Alessander composes herself a bit and sheathes her dagger, walks out of the tent. In all fairness, Beatrice stands up as well. I don't have anything more to lose. Nothing I haven't already lost. In that case, the ending of the 12th session simply has the music begin to fade, or growing a little bit louder and louder as the screen slowly fades to black. And for the first time in this series, in the first season, there is no punch card into heavy metal for Dungeons and Dragons. Simply a white plate on the black screen just fades in of D and symbol MFD in cursive.
Session done.
I guess so.
Well then.
I think that was the shortest session we've ever had.
Shorter than the half session we had.
And now a message from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Shut the fuck up! I will ban your ass. How dare you ruin the end of my fucking perfect emotion session?
I need a pillow when you start talking about Raid Shadow.
I have never gone to like pure pride of me having created like a really good, perfect, like sad low moment in the anime, just to go to pure unbridled rage for a split second.
And now a word
Like if
from
you
our
were standing in
sponsor,
front
Raid
of me, I
Shadow
probably would have punched your ass. Like if it was in real life, I would most certainly have punched you in the face for that first second.
No, you would have punched me in the arm.
I'm going to punch you in the face when we fucking. I can't.
I mean, it's funny enough that we have the bot as Raid Shadow, as the dice bot as Raid Shadow.
And now a word from our sponsor.
I'm going to punch you in the nose. I'm going to punch you in the fucking nose, assuming I'm not punching someone else.
Once again, the bipolarness of this campaign comes out in a single joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most
Really
bipolar
sad, somber
campaign.
end. And now a word from our sponsor.
I just imagine it's a harsh cut to bright yellow.
This goes from Monty Python skit to Lord of the Rings, and from a Lord of the Rings movie to Monty Python.
I imagine it's like fade, like the white text fades like back into the black, and then after a couple of seconds, it just like immediate cut to bright yellow. Terry Crews steps on the screen, and it's just like, no word.
And now a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend.
And you just hit the camera hands, and it's Lars crying in the corner.
No, it's not even like it has like a transition into the sponsorship. It just like straight cut. Have you heard of Raid Shadow?
DM note: server mute the fucking Georst until the session is over.
Oh come on!
The most
I was
sad-
silent most of the time. I was making dinner most of the time this session. Okay.
Yeah, and then you ruined my fucking perfect sad moment. in this
insensitive. So insensitive.
Gee, at least I did it after the session was done.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was still before the moment had passed. That's something you wait for like the next month
Best
to drop.
motivational speech I've ever given.
Hey, now we.
I don't know how I came up with it.
Calm down now, okay?
No idea. I think I was trying to remember like how to train your dragon or something.
Not gonna lie though, I am still. If you hadn't said that Raid Shadow Legends joke, this would have been like my perfect emotional session. Cause like that went from like going from like the kind of tense and just kind of brutal tank that Macmillan was, to like just the fucking literally no one had anything to say, just fucking sad moment.
Hey guys,
Everyone
Kale or
was
Tom?
sad. I made sure the session was over before I said it. Because
Guys,
I didn't want to like ruin any like moment in session, and then I said it.
snail or trombone?
But yeah, cause I was like,
Dude,
I was like, it would be really fucking hard for me to properly dig this out of its hole, cause like, that it would fuck up the pacing so much to just be like, all right, the next day. But I was just, I also didn't want to be like, oh, but that's such a, like a mean cliffhanger.
That's such a mean cliffhanger.
Yeah.
you're a mean DM. You can do it.
I mean,
'Cause
is
I
he
mean,
a mean
the
DM
one, like the
though?
one cliffhanger that was super mean, one that was mostly like a thing of like we were running out of time, as well as that it was just like I wanted that fucking dick cliffhanger at some point, but
Okay, guys, you've got to choose snail or trombone. Choose.
Alright, guys.
Snail.
Snail?
Yeah,
guys.
snail.
Pick,
Okay.
pick between a whole nother clock tower or the top tower of the castle, and that's what we're gonna shove up the Phantom's ass during our boss fight.
Okay, snail was the more popular vote. Okay. Guys, fold or sink?
Hey guys, it's me, the Phantom. Wait, what are you doing? No, 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 no.
I was about to drop a major spoiler by accident just then. Luckily, I caught myself, but...
Oh my.
Yeah, good. Listen, us DMs all have major spoilers, some easier to keep than others.
You know, that was literally... I was just about to be like, alright, so well next time this thing is gonna happen, and just be like, wait a minute.
Next time, the Phantom's going to reveal his true identity.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. No. But I'm genuinely proud of that session. If that was like something that was like a produced episode where we didn't have a Raid Shadow Legends joke 2 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, we didn't. We're just gonna forget about that.
I don't think we can, because that was such a cut from really sad and serious to literally the polar opposite.
You gotta admit though, my comedic timing is on point.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we were laughing, but it was still like, come the fuck on, man. Ruined that fucking perfect moment. That's gonna be something like 20 years from down the line. You guys are gonna tell your kids, yeah, so we had this one session in D&D. The DM made like this really sad session, and this dumbass plugged a fucking
one of
game.
his asshole friends was in the colony unmuted just to say a Raid Shadow Legends joke. Daddy, what's a Raid Shadow Legends?
I'm gonna be telling my therapist about this, for fuck's sake.
You're gonna be telling Neros about this.
This one is gonna be like our fucking fan favorite episode just because of that one
in
joke.
another universe, I am a different character, and someone made a Raid Shadow Legends joke. Neros, please help.
I mean, one, it's funny to me that the dice bot is also called Raid Shadow Legends, so it's literally like we were fucking sponsored. That like fucking perfect bow on top ending, and then just now a word from our sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends.
Bouncing
I'm just
between
like,
this depressing shit and watching one of the developers on a social media platform I'm developing. Big titty goth bitch.
Big titty goth bitch.
Yeah. I'm sorry that we're ending it so soon, but it's like
Yeah, and without a Raid Shadow Legends
it would
joke.
be impossible for me to dig that out of a hole without one doing a disservice to that moment, and one just kind of being just it would be where it would just be the rest of the session would kind of be dragging that out.
Yeah.
Basically, that's one where you just kind of have to do the fade to black. But yeah, so we had our sad moment, so now we can get to the boss fight.
Nice.
Now we can kick the shit out of Macmillan.
Yeah.
Or did you guys
now
already
with
do
the
that?
power of flex tape and friendship.
Did you already beat Macmillan to death?
No, they didn't. They didn't
No,
kill
he-
him, but
He took a bullet to the brain and he was fine, so...
yeah, he took a bullet to the brain, and then 3 minutes after, Luz was like, "An arrow will do the job." After the first arrow didn't do
I'm
the
like
job, he's like,
90%.
100
I'm like
arrows will do the
90% sure
job.
after that, I'm like 90% sure after that Macmillan's undead.
Sure, whatever. Totally, man. Definitely.
Chase really mad I already guessed the plot twist. Yeah, whatever, sure, man.
No, that's me being a
Yeah,
dick,
you can think that.
You know,
Yeah.
that's just because you're stupid.
What do you mean I'm stupid? What else is humanoid and took a bullet to the brain without fucking dying, unless they were already dead?
Death. I mean, what?
He also has
Wait
fucking
a minute.
hooks and metal in his arm. is covered in a layer of grime and crust only a corpse could accumulate. He
Wears
probably
a
smells
mask.
bad.
That's relevant.
Hold on. What does he smell like?
What does he smell like? What?
Blood and flesh.
Okay, so he smells bad. So he stinks like a dead body.
You're really on point, man. You're like one of those people who discovered the Earth is flat 10 years after science discovered it was round. After like 1,000 years of thinking it was flat.
What do you mean?
No, just like with the conclusions you're jumping to, it's like it's like
Yeah,
you're
well,
the,
they're
you're the
reasonable.
wonderfully smart people who discovered that science is wrong and the Earth is still flat.
No, hold on. I am not. It is not that unreasonable to believe my claims.
And I'm saying it's not unreasonable to believe that science is wrong. To believe that science is
Those
wrong
are
and the
two
Earth is
completely
flat.
different things.
Shut up! The fucking SJWs are listening.
The PC police is gonna rip my throat out for
the
saying
PC
the N-word.
police? I've never heard that before.
The PC police want to take away my right to be racist.
Do you guys want to, when you guys fight a boss, just regarding a boss fight, pick a number, 3 through 10.
10.
5.
Alright.
7.
Don't
Okay.
say 7.
Say 10.
Satan?
5.
Satan?
Alright,
Beatrice?
averaging that out, we'll do 6 phases.
Nice.
That sounds reasonable and not drawn out.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. It's only a boss fight.
The Phantom would be enough of an asshole to have like 6 phases.
Yeah.
Like he'll take down his health by 10, and then he's like, "Oh, it's time for my second phase," where he gets like a second dagger, and
No,
like
just-
that's the only thing that's changed.
No, and then
He has
after
a
the
second
6th
dagger.
phase, you have to go back to the 7th phase is phase 1 again, but like slightly varied, or a little bit faster.
It's a little. It's just like it's not like too different, but it's different enough to throw you off.
Yeah, it's like the
Like, have
the
you-
end
have you
fight
ever
of Doom.
played
It's like the
Sekiro?
shit end fight of Doom Eternal, where the first phase is
Oh,
the one
I
way,
was
and then the
thinking,
second phase is the first phase, but slightly better done.
I was thinking more along the lines of the owl fight with Sekiro, where like he does the same stuff, but they tweak it a bit. So like, yeah, it looks like he's doing the same stuff, but he's doing different things. Like in phase 1, he'll throw shurikens at you after jumping off you, but in phase 2, he throws poison on you.
In phase 2, it's feather knives.
In phase 1, it's knife. In phase 2, it's knives. In phase 3, it's feather knife.
Yeah.
In phase 4, he throws like a rug of Fuchs's dead body at you. His taxidermy rug of Fuchs's body.
He immediately disconnects as you say that too.
It's like you expected a third knife, but no, it just tosses like a rug of your dead friend at you.
Oh, that's so fucked up. I made jokes about it before he died, but I'm just.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make tons of dog jokes for Fuchs in my campaign.
That's just the immediate disconnect says everything.
Don't tell Nick, Chase. Don't tell Nick, but I'm gonna have like John throw the pieces of Recton the Warrior down like a bottomless pit, and I'm gonna have him say, "Fetch, doggy."
You should have a dog bite his neck, because that's how he died in my campaign.
Just.
You kill him in the same way.
Oh hey, these liar wolves are cool. Hey Chase, can you send me the character sheet for the liar wolves?
Yeah,
They're
man,
a really
sure.
cool enemy that I really like, and I'd really like
I
to use.
definitely have an actual sheet for them. Here. I have a couple.
Wait, why is he adding me?
The rug.
Oh, the rug.
Yeah. To
told him
find
about the-
pounding, because I might want some of that. I forgot that was in quote.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Who told him about the rug?
He was in the channel when you said it, Dillweed.
Oh. I didn't see him.
Where is the fucking thing I'm looking for? There it is.
Why is he only now saying something about it though?
I don't know. I mean, he just connected immediately, but
Wait, then how do you hear me?
You disconnected right after you said it.
yeah, like almost
Oh,
immediately.
okay. What's this? Oh. That's a lot like Black Starlight. The fucking sun is coming through my window, mate. Fucking ow, fucker, my foot. Ah! Fucking close these blinds. Ugh, fucker. That is. I hate my bed. I hate it. Don't. I mean, they never did get Fuchs's body out of the Phantom's castle, so it's entirely plausible.
The Phantom literally threw a bone at Lars. You fucking shithead.
That was in 10.5, so it's technically not canon.
Not canon.
Does it fucking matter? You're the DM, asshole.
Jeez, man, I'm not even the one who called you a rug. Piss off, man.
Oh. Oh, damn. That's...
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. Nick, me and Jeff
Ooh.
are the only ones Nick does not actively hate right now.
That is a weird enemy.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight for it.
I mean, it's not really like a traditional enemy. It's literally just something.
It's not a
that's
whole
there.
sheet, but I get the idea around it.
Their whole thing is that they're just there to kill anything in the Liar Realm. That's literally
Okay.
what they're there
Gotcha.
for.
I'm also just wondering.
They're not
Why-
like explicit creatures. That they just exist to kill anything that decides that it is powerful enough to be there.
Gotcha.
Why was the Phantom so interested in Cora and stuff? Like, he would pull her aside more often than anyone in more of the beginning session.
Well,
Why?
to be fair, outside of being the DM, Nick is the one who's been making like the harder decisions. That's why he's been punished more between the three of you.
Yeah.
Cora drives the plot a lot, and for a while has been pretty much like the not to sound like I'm picking favorites, but like kind of the I don't know how to say it right without sounding like a complete ass, but kind of like the perfect player. Like she's not taking up too much of the time. She's not hogging the attention or making too many choices that are too game changing, or not making too many choices that are too minor. Jeff is kind of, as well as Arcadia a little bit. Jeff not so much, but a little bit. I hate to say it, but like a little bit more on the blind side, and kind of there for the combat. And not that they're not putting, not that you guys are, not to say that you guys aren't putting anything in your character, but just like you guys are pretty step by step, and like I guess a little more. I feel like a total ass being like, oh, you guys are doing these things that are.
No, communication is important.
But it's just, you guys are more on this, I guess, more on the side of functionality over the show of it, I guess. And Jeff hasn't been making a lot of major decisions other than being kind of the quote-unquote leader. Or at least the one kind of like guiding the party through the thick of the shit they're getting into. Where unfortunately Nick has kind of been at the head of like the major decisions a lot of the time because he's the one kind of aggressive enough, I suppose is the word, to make the decisions, I guess.
Unfortunately, in my campaign,
And
everyone
is
is equally
kind of
cowardly.
Kind of, to be honest, a little bit stubborn, and even if I'll pull like an "Are you sure?" he'll just be like, "Fuck you, yes, I'm sure," and kind of expects there to be no consequences for it, which, you know.
You know, we're talking about him as if he's not in the voice chat.
He is.
Just
I mean, I'm
muted.
kind of
He's
just
just
letting it
muted.
off, like just kind of trying to get it out to you guys. That, like, there is a bit of a reason that some of the things that seem to be coming across to you guys is happening to you guys because you're the ones making those kind of decisions. I think I told Nick before, but like, yeah, like you're the one who's like going and like making a lot more of like the major decisions with the Phantom. He's been making more like a lot more game-changing decisions, as well as has kind of been stubborn enough to like ignore my warnings from like the "Are you sures?" and such. And even though there's a bit that's kind of like, yeah, I suppose I've been a bit
literally
harsh,
no
but-
one else was.
Well, yeah, which is kind of my point. Like, it's hard for me as the DM to not single you out when no one is really going after those choices.
Thankfully, everyone in my campaign is equally cowardly, so I can torture them equally.
But I mean, Jeff, as well as Arcadia, has
Airtrax.
been kind of on the side of being like, I'll just do what the party wants to do. Which, you know, I don't have a problem with, but I've kind of been trying to punish you guys and make you guys kind of think for yourselves, because like with the Castle of 12 Realms, that was kind of like a, well, you guys are following one person's lead and not like voicing your opinions about whether you doubt it or whether you have other ideas. You guys are literally just like, one person is driving this idea and the whole party is just like, all right, sure.
Ooh, I like that.
But yeah, that's
Don't
just,
mind me,
that's just
I'm
my thoughts.
just-
I mean, like, I still love DMing you guys. It's like one of my favorite things to be doing right now. And
Thank you.
I don't have like, it's not like a thing where like I take it to heart where I'm like constantly like, ugh, these guys are doing these things. It's like, it's like minor complaints basically, just like minor things that I'm just like, they could change this up and either give others a little bit more chance to do these things, or kind of have some more opportunities to get a little bit more invested, I suppose. I don't know.
Planning what to do
I'm
for the
also
next
not
session is
that.
hard.
I'm also not that accustomed to D&D, so it's like, you know, I don't know. It's probably
This
not.
is like
It's
my first
probably not
D&D
fair to
campaign
expect like some
ever.
top tier performances
So-
from you guys.
Planning what to do for the next session is hard, and I hate it.
This is my first D&D like campaign ever. Like,
Yeah.
This Cora is my first character. This is all still very new to me and it's very
Yeah,
fun.
it's. I also don't want to be like, oh, you guys are like kind of new to D&D. Why aren't you guys performing at peak fucking performance? It's like, I'm totally okay with like flaws being made, but I'm also the kind of person who's gonna be like, learn quick, fuckers. I don't know, but I mean, there is a bit where, especially with just like how much Nick has been upset with it, I do kind of feel bad that he's been kind of getting a lot more of the newspaper wax.
You're saying that to the character who has a dog character. Newspaper wax.
It's an unconscious thing. I'm sorry. I just see Nick as a dog. Jokes aside, it's just like it kind of comes down to the way you guys play. That is kind of the reason that some of the plot points are getting kind of consistent with certain people. Which is I feel mostly bad about it with Nick because just shut the fuck up, dude. All right, I'm gonna bite. Yeah, learn quick because I don't know. I just fucking. I mean, I'm being a lot serious, but I'm not being like super 100% with it, you know. And I mean, I understand being upset and everything, and I understand that life's kind of beating down on you, but like, I don't know. There's just a bit where like I mean, it's a bit of stubbornness on your part and a bit of stubbornness on my part. Probably a lot of stubbornness on my part, but I don't know. I'm kind of a bit of a dick like that. Whereas, I mean, like, I'm not gonna be like super douchey and like punish you for something you had no idea what was gonna happen. But there are some things where it's like you would make choices that are like a lot more game changing than your buddies, and therefore you're gonna have a lot more of a volatile experience between going from higher highs and lower lows, where Jeff has been playing it pretty safe, or Katie has been playing it pretty safe, and Cora's been kind of in that sweet middle in a lot of spots, and you've basically been on the point where you're kind of taking a lot more of the blows as a player. Rather than even just like your character specifically. But in any case, yeah, I hope I'm still like keeping it fun enough to keep you guys wanting to play and stuff. And just it's something that even if it kind of sounds like I'm complaining, which I hope it's not coming across as, it's like it's still like one of
Well,
my
even if
favorite
it
things to
does,
do.
communication between players and DM is important. It's just as much the DM's game as it is the player's game.
Yeah, but and as well as I kind of realize that, and with a lot of these sessions, I kind of leave pretty quick afterwards. But if you guys do have like recommendations or complaints or just ideas even of what could happen next, or if you guys have ideas for what you would want to do, either like in the downtime between sessions in game, or if you have ideas for what I could do next, I'm always open, even if it seems like, because I leave like these VCs almost like 3 minutes after the session ends. That's mostly because like I have to like go when I end these, but yeah.
You're still here.
Yeah. Still here, because the stream's literally been running for like 3.5 hours, and we started an hour late, so I have a lot of time right now anyway, so yeah. Okay, sorry, jeez. Sorry, I was voicing my opinions. God.
Fuck!
Jeez.
What do I do for next session? Well, I know what to do. I just need the fucking
Kill
maps to it.
everyone. Just kill everyone.
I do not want to do
Want to
that.
speed up the planning process of being a DM? Just kill your players. It makes it much easier.
I mean, I could just have John kick your
Sure.
teeth in right
Kill
now.
everyone and make them go on a spirit world journey.
I could just have John kick your teeth in right now, but I don't want to do that. Because
I mean,
that's not his character, and that's also not my campaign.
I haven't done it yet, but like if there's a point where like you find yourself like where you have no idea what you want to do for a session, just like have a session kind of like in between quests or something where you just make your players do a lot of the work and just RP with each other. Helps get them character growth, which I kind of realized I've been struggling with. You guys have like barely had much interaction between each other, which is kind of what I was doing with that campfire, but I also wasn't giving you a lot to work with it. It was more
Because I have the whole lunar eclipse event planned, which is going to be like maybe 2 or 3 sessions long.
Mm-hmm.
Which, oh, that's going to be a fun time.
Yipes. Yeah, but that was something that I kind of wanted to get a little bit more of, because I realized like I haven't like either let you guys, or if you guys just haven't ended up getting to it, where just like for the most part it's just been like the players bouncing between quests, not really having much like personal interactions with each other. It's just kind of been like discussing missions and plot and tactics.
Because I have the lunar eclipse event planned. I just need to get you guys to that. And that's the difficult part.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't plan that shit. I'll plan like the major plot points and then just say,
What do you mean,
alright,
plan
future
that
me
shit?
deals with it.
Oh.
Throw back to when I was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender downstairs. and Toph came on screen, and my brother just stood there and saluted for like a solid minute. at
Sounds
Toph.
relevant.
I would to Toph as well.
Toph is the best. I love her.
Literally burst through a Fire Nation like blimp door, used it as armor against firebenders, and kicked their teeth in.
She invented firebending. Not firebending.
She invented metal bending.
Invented freaking metal bending. Okay, but okay. So if waterbenders have blood bending,
Yeah.
earthbenders have
Blood bending?
Metal
So you're saying that I could just stop the flow of blood into your heart and therefore kill you fucking immediately?
Yeah,
could,
you could.
Cool. How do waterbenders ever lose a fight if they can do that?
Because
most of them don't want only like
blood bending is very detrimental to mental state, and B, most people would only be able to do it during a full moon.
Yeah, like that one witch lady from.
Hama.
Probably doesn't help that I have I actually have no knowledge of the Avatar universe at all, other than
Okay, then you
Yeah,
don't get to
blood
have-
bending is a thing, but like there's only like 1 or 2 people that can do it without the full moon, and most people don't even know what the fuck it is, and if they do know what it is, they hate it.
Yeah.
The firebenders have lightning bending, which don't ask how that works, because I
It's
don't
so
know.
Cool, though. It looks.
How do
I'm like
how do
I'm trying to like remember.
how do firebenders use lightning?
I'm trying to collect my like
Okay,
knowledge.
you know what? I'm pissy right now, but I'm gonna interject. Both fire and lightning are both types of plasma, so it's logical to say firebenders bend plasma instead of fire, which would make
Okay, I will accept that.
fire
Well,
is a superheated gas that emits light because it's at this high temperature. Lightning is ionized air, which emits light because it's at a high temperature. They're both plasmas. That's the only thing about it. I'm done.
Okay.
I think they know what plasma is.
Okay, I'll accept that then.
I think my
Earth-
whole knowledge on the Avatar universe is there's some bald guy with an arrow on his head.
Earthbenders have
and then
metal
there's some
bending.
dark-skinned hot chick who does water stuff. I think that's like my
Earthbenders
entire
have-
knowledge on the Avatar
Earthbenders-
universe.
Actually, Earthbenders
I don't even
got
know
the
their
good
names.
side
I
of
think
like
the chick's
exclusive
name
bending.
is
Not only
Cora
did
or something.
Earthbenders get metal bending, they also got lava bending.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And then airbenders are just kind of good enough on their own.
I mean, yeah.
We literally saw a fucking airbender like take the air out of someone's lungs and suffocate them alive.
I imagine just Bender is the god of that universe,
that?
and he's just like, I was
No,
god once,
no,
you know.
no.
Gonna make my own
Instead of
universe.
taking the air out of
with
someone's
blackjack
lungs,
hookers. Huh?
Instead of taking the air out of someone's lungs, you compress the air inside of their lungs enough that it ruptures all of their internal organs.
Oh yeah, that too. You could do that.
Kill them instantly.
They're from Futurama. Please let that be
Yeah, airbenders are scary enough not to need like a sub-bending type.
Yeah. I'm glad that they were the air nomads instead of like. What if it had been like
The air annihilators or something.
Yeah, like what if that had been the fire nomads and the air nation? Like
Oh god.
that would have been like a much more terrifying threat.
That would have been.
Dude, suffocation is like one of my like top 3 worst ways to die.
Honestly,
It's my top 1 worst way to
Yeah.
die.
if I were to die,
I think it is for me too. Heights is a close second, but
I would like to be pushed off.
Well, I'm not particularly
Ryan
too
has
scared of
style.
heights because it's instant death as soon as you hit the floor.
yeah, but it's one hell of a terrifying fall.
Well, yeah, it's a terrifying drop.
Style. If
I think it's drowning specifically that is like the fucking
Yeah.
is really
I want to
terrifying
be
to me.
murdered or assassinated. Okay. If I die,
Someone, just please shoot me.
Of that.
Because I mean, drowning is just such a slow death.
Yeah.
I no longer.
Oh,
wish
by
to
the way,
speak of
did you
this
know that the
topic.
spell Animate Dead does not technically need a full skeleton to summon a skeleton? You could summon an arm and a skull and like maybe an extra hand that can hold like a sword, and that's technically a full skeleton with full skeleton stats.
I,
And it'd just be like hopping around on one hand, swinging with its like shitty range with its sword, and that's technically a full-blown skeleton.
That's hilarious. I just imagine an army of those.
Yeah,
Just like they're basically crabs.
and because of the way Ray's Undead works with skeletons, like, you could have this unholy amalgamation of just random bones, and that's a skeleton.
No,
it doesn't even have to be human
of
bones.
them. You have
It
the
doesn't
army
even
of
have
them,
to be
right?
human bones.
You have the
Okay,
army of them.
really-
They're like basically crabs,
really-
and then after you start losing, you just make them come into one hideous giant abomination as one.
Yeah, like, and then that dies. But
Oh, dude, that reminds me of like when I played
technically,
Divinity.
skeletons are unkillable as long as someone is around to reanimate them.
I played Divinity
'Cause-
Original Sin with a couple buddies
I
of
mean,
mine,
you're not wrong.
and like. I
'Cause, like-
remember how like useless my character was for a while, and then after we got to this
Think
one
about it,
place, I
think
just
about it.
raised a bone spider, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And then I just became like the best killing person because my bone spider was just so OP.
Think about it. If you were to lock, like, a necromancer in an undestroyable box and just told him, keep using animate dead if you hear, like, a loud crash, that giant skeleton amalgamation would be unkillable. Because A, you can't get to the necromancer to stop him from reanimating it. B, you can't really just shatter all the bones, because he can just reanimate the bone shards into another skeleton.
Thanks for the ideas, writing this shit down.
Necromancers are terrifying. Like, I get they're cliche and all, but they're terrifying.
Yeah. That's why.
Because
That's
if you
why I
can't,
did like
if you cannot get to a necromancer and he has just like a steady supply of bones, doesn't even have to be intact bones, just bones in general, then
That's
he's
why I
fucking
went That's
unkillable.
why I went the route of the Phantom. I didn't want like a Diablo-esque, just like, I am big, I am incarnation of evil, and I am just bad because bad. I wanted like, just a douche.
You'll get to
Just a
John's
douchebag
story.
with too much power.
You'll get to John's story, but I'm not gonna say it here. You'll get to it though.
I like how you gave him the name of like the fucking like placeholder name that. every,
Yeah,
like,
that's the
modern
point.
place has.
That is the point.
I think I've used a couple placeholders and like.
You'll learn that his naming is very deliberate. But
It's definitely
yeah.
because I haven't come up with one yet. I swear.
No, I know his real name.
I know.
I'm not
my
saying
Phantom's-
it because you're in my campaign.
I know the Phantom's real name too. You're
Yeah,
not
I know
my
the Phantom.
campaign, but other people in this call are.
If it was just Cora and like fucking Jeff here, then yeah, I'd say it.
But specifically
Wait, do you know my
because
actual name?
No.
He has a first name.
Wait, I want you to look at my profile and try to pronounce my name.
Solana?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Selena.
I swear I will murder you.
I know you.
Why would
won't.
it be anything but Solana?
There's not an A before
Ask
the last
Sol-
letter.
Solaria. Salon.
Solaria?
Solaria.
How the fuck do you get Solaria? There's not even an R.
Ask every white substitute teacher I had.
Ask every white. It is always the white ones, isn't it?
No, I know you won't kill me, which is the fun part.
I can say that because I'm white. It is always the white ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's worse than me.
It says here I got a Solaner.
Says here I got a succubus girlfriend. I don't know what that means.
It says here I
It
got
reminds me of that one vine that's like,
a layer.
shithead? It's Shafid! Ever since I saw that
I'm
vine,
Shafid.
ever since I saw that vine, I wanted to make a D&D character who is Shafid, and just at every chance the DM got, he would just call me shithead. And every time I would just be like, it is Shafid, motherfucker.
This is why I didn't make Robin's last name DeBank. It's Robin Alia. Actually, what is her last name? I already forgot it. No, it's Robin Alfheim. I didn't forget it. But yeah, her name isn't Robin DeBank. It is Robin Alfheim.
Robin
Fucking
DeBank.
degenerates.
I am the rogue Robin DeBank.
I am a rogue. I just imagine like at the bank teller's window, Chase. What's your name? Oh, I'm Robin. Robin who? Robin the bank.
Robin who? Robin Hood, baby.
No,
That's something Armin
Robin.
would totally
Robin
do.
who? Robin you.
That is something Armin would totally do.
What's your name, sir? Robin. Robin who? Robin you. Hand it over.
That is. I want to do that at a bank at some point. It would be worth getting arrested for. But
What is his alignment?
Armand is chaotic neutral, I think.
Alright, fair enough. I would go neutral evil, but who am I?
Well, no, he's just kind of like just careless. Honestly, he literally, I put in character flaws, doesn't take anything seriously. So when
Is that
Louis
why he's
finds
trying?
that, he's
Is that
gonna
why
be
he's
like,
trying? Is that why he's trying to rip off fucking Astoria's clothes?
To be fair, the most he's done is tug at your hood.
Yeah, unsuccessfully, mind you.
Yeah, it's Sugar Tits who you gotta worry about. That is her canon name now because I'm not fucking remembering.
Oh yeah,
how to
Tropicaeus.
Yeah, not pronouncing how to pronounce that. I'm not pronouncing how to pronounce that pronunciation.
Not pronouncing how to pronounce that pronunciation.
It's literally just Tropicaeus. It's
Shut
not
the
that
fuck
hard.
up. Let me have
Okay,
my
I'm gonna
stroke.
type something in general, and I want y'all to try to say it. Okay?
Look,
Okay.
when I
I'm
hear
usually
her
pretty good at
name,
this.
when I hear her name, I just develop dyslexia. All right. There's like
Same.
7 vowels in it. Jesus Christ.
I am a drama
Irish
student. You
wristwatch.
think I can't say it? Irish wristwatch. Fuck
Oh
you.
my gosh.
I am a drama student. I do tongue twisters before every show, every exercise we do. I have said that 1,000 times. It is nothing to me.
I have never heard a
Jeez.
single person be able to say
Irish
that.
wristwatch. Fuck you.
Good job, sir.
This reminds your
Licorice-
aggressiveness reminded
licorice
me of
Swiss
a fucking
wristwatch.
Alcrin's relationship. Just how one day we're just gonna
Here's-
do the
here's
channel
a-
and you
here's
just
a
hear
worse version of
gunshot
that.
and he's just gonna be like, oh, thank God she's so done.
Hold on.
Give me the fucking chicken.
Say this. This is 10 times worse than that.
Licorice
Licorice
Swiss
Swiss wristwatch.
Licorice Swiss wristwatch.
That's not fair. You put a period between those.
You never said. You never said I had to say it fast.
Licorice.
Irish
Ha!
wrist
Licorice.
watch.
Swiss is just
That's
such
also
a weird
really
word.
not how you spell licorice, are
That's
you?
not how you spell licorice. I don't know how to
It's
spell licorice.
like liquor-ish. It's
I don't know how
kind
to
of
spell-
liquor-ish.
I don't know how to spell licorice. Who do you think I am?
Licorice.
Liquorish. Yeah, who do you think I am? I don't know how to fucking spell licorice.
I think you're the Phantom. That's what your profile says. Or that's what your
I am
name
the
is.
Phantom.
Spelled like this.
I can voice the Phantom.
Lycerus.
I can sure as hell voice the Phantom.
Please don't.
What? You don't want some voice acting?
No.
No?
I'm doing the voice acting.
Okay,
I couldn't tell.
not gonna lie, it would be so fun to do some voice acting for an animated short or something.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to do that. That's something like I made a Fiverr account to do that and then just like fucking haven't checked it again yet. I there's still more shit that I have to complete. I need to tell it that I've gone to college when I haven't.
Claude.
It literally like I don't know what else it wants me to do. What the fuck is with my mic? I'm speaking. Do you understand that shit, Lord? Anyway.
Listen, saving one slightly lewd Pinterest image is a slippery slope into Pinterest titties.
Wow. Imagine
Oh
Pinterest.
my gosh. Makes
Hey,
me
that's where I
very-
get my that's where I get my maps from.
That's where I get my tit maps from.
That's where I get my maps from, not my tits. If I wanted tits, I could
Makes
just
me
look them
so
up.
very hyper aware that I am the only female in this entire voice chat.
Well, gee, sorry, you had to be born with a vagina.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 2020. Gender doesn't matter anymore.
Gender isn't real. Fuck off, pig.
Gender is out. Style is in.
Gender is out. Fashion is
Gen-
in.
Hell yeah.
Well, then
Gender is out.
Hell yeah,
Unironic
gender
racism
neutral
is
position
in.
of power holder.
Gender is out. Unironic racism is back in style.
Yeah.
Slavery is back in style, boys.
no.
It's not racist if it's against the racists who are no longer racists.
Wait a second.
Listen, you can't be racist to snake people. They'll choke you.
What if we don't be racist against anybody?
Nah, it's 2020.
For some reason, people have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, it's the people that say it's the people who say that we shouldn't have a problem
Guys,
that
just
have
give
a
me-
problem with or that fucking do it, because it's 2020. No fun allowed.
Exactly.
That is like my legitimate subtitle for 2020. 2020. No fun allowed.
We don't even get a freaking 5-minute break.
Nope. No fun allowed.
2020. For some reason, people have come up with AUs for Gravity Falls.
2020. Oh god, not another thing.
Oh god, no! It's not even oh god, not another thing. It's just straight up, oh god, no.
2020. Another thing wrong again.
It's the intro to the first Incredibles. I just cleaned this up. Can you keep it clean for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright, who came on my pancakes?
Never speak
Oh.
again. I'm celebrating it. Just because I have several images akin to that sentence doesn't mean you're allowed to say it. Shut up. It's more like 10, but whatever.
More like 10. Fuck off.
I could find them, but I'm streaming right now.
Why are you still streaming?
I don't know.
Wait. Why?
Wait a minute. Don't worry, I'll stop.
Get it out of here! Get it out of here!
Get that out of here.
Get it out of here!
Alright, stream, you
Get
heard
that
it.
outta here.
When we drop
Get
a
it.
bomb-ass joke and talk about it next time,